That's such a good time. Boo-doo-boo-boo. Yes, I know I'm live on my channel, YouTube.
No, but do you know?
I'm fairly certain of it. Maybe if they gave me just a little bit more information, I'd be even more sure.
But you're live, though. Why does that look like a romance novel?
It kind of does. It feels like what you would expect something like Twilight to be.
Well, then, just like a doujin. My goodness.
I mean, that's first volume. That's the cover.
It doesn't look like she's trying to bite him or anything. Or what is she doing in that cover?
Holding his arm as he protects her.
Holding the collar. She's not trying to bite him because, number one, she's not near the neck. And she's,
looking away.
Yeah. What is this?
We're not about to have you criticizing the volume itself.
I'm just saying. That's really bad.
It's not very good.
Just like... It doesn't... Okay. There was... Look at... I understand this is recent. This is the first volume and everything. They don't really have... But look at this! That's nuts!
Yeah, but that's like volume.
Yeah, that's why I said I put the caveat of, I understand it's the first one, whatever. But this, if you want to know what I'm talking about, it's, it doesn't say the volume here. It's one of the Punk Hazard One Piece volume covers. The one with Caesar Clown, and he's got his gas overlooking everybody, and it's really good. It tells you a lot. The villain, the alliance, tells you a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, okay.
I'm just saying, this is very confusing as to what's being conveyed.
It does look like a romance novel. Alright, let's just get into it. No reason to. Welcome, Because Reasons, Demon Slayer, Manga, a retrospective. Talking everything to manga, everything to anime, what we liked, what we didn't like, just some thoughts we had on the stuff. Initial thoughts, the ending really brought the series down even further for me.
Really, really down. It felt both rushed and drawn out. If it was like 4 or 5 chapters of the Muzan thing, that'd be one thing. But it was like 15 chapters, and a lot of it was just him whipping around his sword tentacles.
Yeah, I wasn't a fan.
Yeah.
I read from the very beginning too to see if there would be some differences. There were like minute differences. Nothing even really worth discussing.
Yeah, that's what I said. That placement changes here and there, line added. I know they added a couple scenes for the actual anime, but nothing of substance.
I read the volume ending. If there's a different ending, I have no idea.
I read the new ending as well. I've read the both.
It was the new.
It was like a couple more pages. I don't know. Maybe it was in the volume ending, but it was Tanjiro praying at his house. It was a lot more conversation. And
oh yeah, I did read that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what that was. It was apparently it was like cut out from the actual manga between the two last chapters.
That's why that came after. Okay, because I was like, why is that? That makes no sense. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot more sense.
It's more of just like a book ending, appreciation for all that we've lost and everything. Doesn't make it better.
I mean, it can't make it worse. Yeah, the final battle was trash. Like,
it was really bad.
It was really, really bad.
It was unbelievably bad. Like I said, it was just Muzan whipping around his dumb sword thing. And I'm supposed to be like, oh no, Wind Hashira? Why should I care about him? And then, oh, that poison is working. Oh, that poison is working. Oh, that poison is working.
Oh, we'll get there.
Oh, that poison is... Dude!
We'll get there.
Dude!
We'll get there.
Did we watch the movie? No, I didn't. I will eventually. Probably just to see it, but as far as I can get the information from the manga, and I'm sick of the animation. I don't want to feed into this. Wow, that animation is good. I don't want to. I'm sick of it. Get it out of here.
Rating of what, the series or the ending, Alex? But yeah,
rating what's the series as a whole, and where would it be on the tier list? That's what he's asking.
Oh, okay.
What up, Alfonso? I'm dabbing on you.
I'd say originally I gave it like a 6.5. I think I'm bringing it down to maybe a 4.5.
You talked me off the cliff of a 4. No, you talked me off the cliff of a 3 up to a 4. It's back down to that 3.
I'm going 4.5.
It earned it because there's so much wrong with this manga. And I understand the ending was rushed. I understand the family problems. I hope whatever that individual was going through, it's solved. I've seen conflicting reports of both the mangaka being a boy and a girl. The Twitter bio uses they, them pronouns, so I don't think that they want to know what they are. But I've heard more female than male, so might use it interchangeably. Whatever, just know that we're talking about the mangaka. But my goodness, do my
best to just say they.
My goodness, the ending was very poor. I could not care about Muzan doing whatever he was doing.
Yeah, period.
And we don't know why Muzan was a threat before he turned into his final form. Was he just strong? Did he have a really good blood art? All we really know is his final form with all the whips and the absorption and all that crap.
Honestly, did we need Tanjiro turning into a demon?
No, we did not. Do you know what the purpose of that was?
Let me hear it.
At the beginning, it was Nezuko trying to eat Tanjiro and him talking her down. At the end, it was reversed. So it's a circle, you see. It comes back and it's better because it's re-implemented, you see. Aren't you clapping?
You would hear it if I was.
Oh, you're clapping in your mind. It's terrible. It's absolutely terrible. I did like one moment, and that one moment was the other water dude like, Tanjiro's changed. We got to cut off his head. All available people cut off Tanjiro's head. It wasn't no kind of conversation. It wasn't no kind of, hey, maybe we can. It was just like, nope, we'll lop it off. It's go time. I did like that.
But I thought when Muzan died, all demons were supposed to cease. Or did I imagine that plot point?
Maybe. But he put his essence into Tanjiro, and thus.
But he put his essence into all demons, because that's the way they're turned into demons.
No, he's not. That's not what happens, because we see little simp boy. He's still alive and painting at the very end.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I thought that was what happened, but I guess I must have just imagined that thing.
Maybe that was just wishful thinking.
Yeah. Oh. Also, Gavin, he turns into a demon. I'll tell you the ending. What happens real quick. So they defeat Muzan, and then Tanjiro gets Muzan's blood, and Muzan's in his head, just like, "Hey, yo, fulfill my dream, yo.
You are the next demon king."
So Tanjiro comes back a demon, and he can resist sunlight, and they're just trying to fix him and or kill him.
And then it goes into his mind, and it's a big Naruto. They're all your friends and everybody.
Urza.
They're pushing you up and away and from Muzan.
No, you get. Please come back, Tanjiro. I need you. I need this. No, my family, my friends, everybody. Thank you for lifting me up out of the haze. Oh, bruh.
Resolved. And scene.
Bruh, it's so trash.
Legitimately. It's
literally the hands of his friends pushing him out of the haze of being a demon.
I'm like, you're trying for something and you are failing. This is not the desired result. This is so cheesy. This is so nothing. Oh, that ending. That ending was... It's up there with the worst endings of shounen.
And that's why I'm so afraid for One Piece, because I cannot think of one shonen where I went, that was a pretty good ending.
Flame of Recca.
Yeah, okay.
There you go. But this, I don't, because if it was family problems and we need to wrap this up, that was 15 chapters of just them fighting and fighting. At a certain point, they're all just knocked down, but then they just show them getting back up. I'm like, no, stay down, please. I like you, Earth Hashira, but please, you're done now. Oh, speaking of which, I'm up to 4 characters that I like.
Let me hear them.
I think I said 2 last time. I'm up to 4.
Koski, yes, they did add some pages. I think they added like 22 pages. It might have even been more. I read both endings.
Yeah. Doesn't change how we feel. It's both. It's just more exploration. The series as a whole, it's not saved by 16 pages. Shonen endings that I do like, Flame of Recca. That's it's a very underrated shonen. If you take out the Three Kings saga and just sort of mush the end of the chapter black into the ending, just take away that whole last arc, that's money.
No.
Like Dragon Ball didn't really have a bad ending. The Earth People, Spirit Bomb. But then it was just like, we haven't seen you in 10 years. That's a problem.
5 years.
And then he just pieces out again. That's a problem. Never mind. Scrap Dragon Balls.
Yeah, I could do Flame of Recca. I could do... that last arc of History's Strongest Disciple, Kenichi, was not good. Ippo's never ending, but I feel like I will get a good final arc of Ippo.
It will be a good final arc, and it will end with him being an old man training a disciple. It has to!
Maybe even his kid.
It has to!
Or his kid comes home from being bullied, and he's just like, here, I'm gonna take you to this tree. They take him to the tree out back.
Oh, dude.
And it's like, it's got marks of when the kid was growing up, and he just punches it, and it's just... Yeah, I can see Ippo being great.
That's gonna go wrong.
Wow, is Flame of Recca all I got?
It can't be. We're talking about battle shonen, because Sket Dance had a really good ending. That's technically a shonen.
Madoka Boxes was terrible.
Do they just not end well?
That's why I'm afraid for One Piece.
Long running stuff. It's just very difficult.
Death Note was trash. What have I read? What have I watched? What have I watched?
Wait a second. Are they all trash?
I'm telling you.
Wait a second.
We've never read or watched Full Metal, so I have no opinion on that one.
Dang. Well, while you're looking, I don't think better not rush the One Piece ending. I think the passing of the Berserk mangaka is gonna change a lot in the manga industry.
I hope they start. This is what they really should do. They should do double chapters, and they should do one a month, and Weekly Shonen Jump should alternate between mangakas. That way it gives everybody a chance to breathe. Because my God, that schedule is horrible.
Or maybe just like month on, month off. You know, you sketch and storyboard on your free time. But I definitely think this is going to change a lot. Because he's a big boy.
Food Wars. Soma ended pretty good.
Okay.
Slam Dunk. Oh my God, yes. Slam Dunk. That's all I need. I feel ended pretty good too. Thank you.
Bamboo Blade as well.
Yep. Okay, we're good.
Bunch of dumb
We
stuff.
got a couple things.
Okay, cool. We're good.
What were your 4 characters? We'll answer all your questions at the end like we always do. What were your 4 characters?
Four characters. We got Earth Hashira. Mm-hmm. I really liked his backstory. It was a great backstory. He was very complacent. Implicated. What is the word I'm thinking of? Implemented into the final, into the best fight of the series.
Best fight of the series.
Which is the fight against the #1 dude. We got Earth Hashira. We got the little vampire simp. I said that I liked him. The little demon simp. I like him. I've always liked him. Mm-hmm. The masked dude that made Tanjiro's sword. He had a really good moment And he constantly had a lot of funny moments.
Mm-hmm.
There was one moment where Tanjiro was just like, "Oh man, my sword is chipped," and then the very next page, he's just standing over him with 2 knives. I'm just like, that was a surprise laugh. I got it. I really like this dude. And Aoi, the dude that trained them first, I just like her. There's no reason why I like her. I just think she got a good design. She got really, really blue eyes. That's superficial, but the other 3 are good.
Yeah. Match Dude had the best moment in the whole series.
Yes, absolutely. That whole I'm just gonna sit here and torture you, and he's just like, oh man, this blade is amazing.
He's fitting up his eyes, just like your eye sockets caved in. I've been slashing you, and you will not stop working on that sword.
Great moment.
Jesus Christ, what a great moment.
Great moment. And that's one of those things where you just go, be a bum 100% of the time. Don't do amazing stuff like this. Because this shows me that you got it within you.
Yeah. That's why I always said it. Make a series that's bad throughout, and I won't hate it as much as a series that I love to begin with that turned out to be trash. I hate Naruto because I loved it so much. I hate Dragon Ball because I loved it so much. I hate Bleach because I loved it so much. Kenichi, I found pretty or pretty good at times. I don't hate it as much when it got stupid. Best and worst arc.
Best.
The train arc. I like them going into their dreams. I like Tanjiro just like every time you fall asleep, kill yourself and wake up. I love that. Train. I like Rengoku. Rengoku is one of my favorite characters in the series. The demon was whatever, but I loved everybody that's just like, we're so lost. Just let us dream of having our family again. He's not going to let you dream. I'm going to tell on you, and you're not going to get your dream. Now, I will tell you one part in that. One part where it's just like the sprite of Tanjiro's kindness entered the dude and made him kind as well.
Just the best. Like, oh, I done rethought my entire life. Never saw that dude again. He's just tuberculosis kid. And it's just Tanjiro's kindness, his pure light just shone upon him and made him a better person almost instantly. Now, I will say this about the train arc. I can't say that that's the best because we got a whole lot for Rengoku with the dreams. We got a whole lot for Tanjiro with the dreams. Inosuke's and Zenitsu's dreams were jokes. And that could have said a lot about their character, but he or she or they chose not to. They chose to make it a joke, and that's bad.
I don't know if Inosuke's was a joke. I think Inosuke is just that person. Zenitsu's was definitely a joke, but Inosuke going, hey, Servant 1, Servant 2, and Servant 3, follow me into this cave and I'll protect you.
Sure, but you could have comboed that into he turns around and they're gone and he just goes, don't leave me. And then it cuts.
But that would have been a nightmare. I don't think we got to see their nightmares. We only got to see their dreams. That's the only reason I'm against you with that one.
But it shows what Tanjiro wants. And it's very emotional. It shows something that Rengoku wants and it's very emotional. The other two don't have that emotional moment. And you could change it to almost anything and make it emotional. You could change it to Zenitsu was just like, I want to be strong to protect everybody. He could have protected Nezuko.
Yeah.
He could have just been like, here's my form 6. I can do the form 6. And he's just like, yes, I can finally do it. Something that tells me something about his character, not just that he likes Nezuko. And in those cases, it's just like, okay, this tells me nothing about his character. It's not funny. It's not exploring anything.
It does kind of tell you a little bit about his character. It tells you that even though they are his friends, when it comes to fights, he just sees them as, you are subservient to me because I'm the strong one.
It could have been something better.
Yes, I understand that. I understand the train. But if we're just going, it could have been something better, we'll be here all day. Yes, they could have done more with what they presented. I would have loved so much more of the dream and the nightmare stuff. I didn't get it, but it has the most amount of stuff I like in that arc. And the most amount of stuff I think is good in that arc. And that's why I think the train is the best arc. You give me a better one then.
I don't have any.
Worst arc is the final arc, though.
Worst arc is final. Oh man, maybe just the arc right after that when they went into that town. It's just I'm like, I don't like anything really. There's not really.
That's
anything.
The worst one.
No, as the best.
Oh, okay.
Because it's definitely not the village one because I hated those two villains.
Mm-hmm.
It's definitely not the spider. I got such a problem with that train one, especially with the whole. It's a lot of. Here's this big emotional moment. I don't. Rengoku is fine. I don't like him, but
I like him.
I
like it. It's just like, hey, take us under your wing. Sure thing, guys. I just like his go-getiveness and his passion.
But I didn't. If another arc, I would have liked him.
Yeah, sure. I was sad that he died so early, and not sad as in I felt something emotionally for the death. Just that I don't get enough time with him.
And then that was another issue of just like, what is the limitations of the healing here? Like Tanjiro gets stabbed and he goes, just breathe and you'll heal. He gets stabbed and he goes, well, I'm done, y'all.
It was a big
heal. Yeah.
It was a big.
Yeah. So that's why I'm okay. So I'm like, here is the limitation because this is the first time that we're introduced to breathing via healing.
And via breathing.
Yeah. And this is just too much. And we should have been told that a little bit sooner. So that we have those stakes. Because when he gets stabbed, I'm just like, okay, he's just going to heal. And he goes, no, I'm done. I go, are you? Oh, one thing that I didn't talk about before that I really, really liked about Demon Slayer, this happened in the first 26 episodes. When the lead dude of the Demon Slayers just goes, Tanjiro and Nezuko are cool, y'all. They're cool. And a couple of the Hashiros just like, no, this is bullcrap.
We're still not it.
Yes,
we're not into it.
They were
I
not completely.
you.
Yeah, they were not completely subservient. There were a couple that were just like, it's cool. That's your word. A couple of them were like, I respectfully decline, and I really like that because it's very easy to just go, this dude. They all respect him. They all love him. Whatever,
so they're
whatever.
Follow no matter what.
And that led into another reason why I really like the Earth Hashira. Because when he goes, look, I'm about to die. I'm going to bring Muzan over here and blow myself up. I'm telling you because you're the only person that's just like completely subservient. I'm going to do it. Yeah, cool. And he goes, yeah, cool. Because everybody else is going to try to talk me out of this and you're not because this is what needs to happen.
It needs to be done this way.
And it's very odd that I like the fact that they aren't subservient, and then the fact that he is subservient. So yeah, that's the best arc to me. That's the worst arc. I saw a quick one that was just like best and worst demon. There's not really any of them.
I liked. Are we talking about like personality wise, fights,
abilities, looks?
Honestly, probably the first demon, the number one.
Number one, yeah, number one was great.
Yeah, that's probably my number one.
But the worst ones, you pick your choice. Whoever either comes out of nowhere, has a huge implication on the plot, or has an ability that comes out of nowhere. So you're talking Spider, you're talking the twin number 6s. You're talking about the little coward that are just like, I have 4 forms, but also they can also combine and make this other form. Whatever. You're talking about the number 2 dude who has implications with the poison chick and the Inosuke. You're talking Muzan, honestly. You're talking the Zenitsu fight.
Yeah, I was just about to say. My least favorite is that dude because 1, he breaks a lot of the Nezuko stuff. 2, it's just kind of implanted on there, just like, hey, here you go, I'm the new number 6.
Here's this new dude, and he's also the number 6 out of nowhere. Not just like a lower number 3 or whatever. He's upper 6.
He's upper 6 out of nowhere. He's Senetsu's old training mate out of nowhere, and he breaks all of the Nezuko stuff, and he kills his master and all that stuff, and it's just we learn about it here, And then it is resolved here.
It is resolved here, and Zenitsu is back to normal. He's back to the old goofball that we know. And that's the end of the sentence. Yeah, that's that. It's a big problem because, like I said, when the in that little town arc where they're like, we need to defeat the lower number 6 chick, and she gets her head cut off almost instantly. I'm like, okay, that shows the ability of this Hashira. He's very strong. He cuts off her head without her even noticing. There's a big slash behind him. That's all we need to know. And then it's just like, oh, I have my brother within me, and we're both actually the number 6. And it just goes on.
It does not stop. Oh, you thought you cut my neck? Well, here it is. It's all rubbery.
Oh, it's all rubbery. Of course it is. Oh. Did I say that was the best?
I think you said worse.
No, I said that was the final was the art. It was the best. That's not the best because it had that Nezuko poison thing, and that's up there as like top 3 worst things in the entire series.
You know what might be your favorite? The Doctor arc.
That might be it. I forgot about that. We're going Doctor arc.
There you go.
Small stakes, whatever villains, no real issues. We're going Doctor arc. All right. Cause yeah, as I was reading it, I'm like, this might as well just be called Poison Slayer. Cause that's all we doing over and over and over again. To the point they just go, oh, she's burning away the poison. What? I'm dying, y'all. This is it for me. We're done. All of us are poisoned, save for Inosuke, who for some reason living in the mountains caused him to have an immunity to poison. We're not talking about that, but we all dead because we all got poisoned. Oh no, she can just burn it away.
I mean, that is definitely what happened.
Dude,
I don't see
that was terrible. And then it was just like random demon power up where she's just amazing and she's grown up till you got the boobs all out and crap like that. I'm like, who is this for?
And then saves my life.
And then you got Tanjiro pulling out his full birthmark rage form. That arc was terrible. Oh my goodness.
That was your favorite, not 30
Dude,
seconds ago.
I forgot. Man,
Sao Hashira deck is one of my favorites.
I
love.
I thought he was fine, except for when he goes, "All right, my symphony is complete." After he fakes his death and pops back up, and then they go, and there's like a full page spread of this dude's ability is the sound symphony. He looks at all options and he makes a plan and. No, we don't do this.
Yeah, I said the same thing, Rex, where it's just like, he grew up in the mountain, he probably rolled in poison ivy and ate a bunch of dumb shit.
Sure, but this was introduced right here.
Yeah, no, I understand.
And it solved an issue.
I understand.
After he goes,
no, the real problem
rearranging my organs
that was
is
the
child's play.
That was the real
it's
problem.
Like, excuse me?
And those kids just going, I rearranged my organs, so you didn't hit my heart, baby.
You clearly hit my heart, but no, I just rearranged my organs, because I can just do that.
Now, I will accept the poison stuff. There's a lot of poisonous things.
Sure,
I will accept it.
It's bad. It could be set up better. But it's acceptable.
That rearranging the organs, I know.
It's terrible. No. And it would have been great if he was stabbed in like the liver or something, and he said that, and then he fell out like, oh, I was lying. I didn't want y'all to worry about me. But this was the heart. And if it wasn't the heart, it was the lungs. And he's fine. Terrible. This isn't good.
Koski, as far as the water and stuff, they're not magic. It's just the way it looks to somebody else looking on the outside, but they're just swinging their swords in a certain way.
It's just visuals, except for the number 1 dude who totally has moons coming out of his sword.
Yeah, no, there's no magic or anything involved. They're just swinging their swords, kind of weird.
And that's what makes it so much worse because they're just swinging swords and yelling stuff. I have no reason. It's just like, oh, here comes the snake form 4. and
What?
I go, what is this? I got all these Hashira to worry about. I got all of Tanjiro's 2 separate forms with 12 separate forms per breathing technique. I got all that to worry about. Plus what the love kitty bomb does.
Bruh, it's just like, hey, here's my love stuff, and I'm just like, what are you
What
even
is
doing?
love breathing? You're just doing stuff. And there's so many times in the manga where there's just a box that just goes, her sword is very flexible and blah, blah, blah. I'm like, that does not set up for anything. Man.
She goes so fast, so if she had a regular sword, it wouldn't work. But because it is super flexible, kind of a whip sword, hey, here we go.
You're telling me this in the middle of battle. There was an opportunity to do that. Her and Tanjiro were talking, and then she got pulled away. They were just like, hey, yo, love Hashira, we got your sword ready. And Tanjiro could have brought her the sword, and Tanjiro could have been like, what's this sword? And she could have explained it instead of in the middle of battle, there's a couple of little boxes going, this is her sword ability and all this crap. I don't care. Why should I care? This is the first arc that Love Hashira has been implemented in. And then in the next arc, she dies and we're supposed to care? Her and Snake Dude were in love? Okay.
They were in love and then they died.
Like,
Snake Dude's like, I can't atone in this lifetime, but maybe in the next one, I'll tell you how I feel.
because I'm dying too, by the way.
And they die. And then they come back.
Now, I will say this about the final arc. I respect people for just dropping. I respect the mangaka for just
Bruh, he was not afraid to... They were not afraid to kill nobody.
Done. But it's very easy to do that when you don't care about the people. We got the Earth Hashira's backstory in the training arc, not 3 chapters before the attack started happening. So there's no real reason why we should care about him, but I like him. So that was impactful for me. The gun dude. It's like, I want my brother's respect, and here's our... No, don't care. Like,
no, he's just done.
Yeah, these aren't like well-established characters. Like, if Inosuke was killed, I'm like, that's something. But he's dropping Hashiras like they're nothing because they are basically nothing. The leader of the entire Demon Slayer Corps, I'm like, okay, he's gonna blow himself up. But then they just go, yeah, his wife and 2 of his kids also blew themselves up. I'm like, why? We didn't get any of their perspectives at all. Why should we care about that? Why would they do that? And then later, his other kids are just like, oh my goodness. I'm like, we got nothing here.
You're the only boy, so you gotta lead, and...
They are a terrible storyteller. I don't know what it is. I have to just keep assuming that it's because it's their first manga that they're this poor at it. Because
it's
my
a lot
goodness,
of cyclical plot
it's a lot of conveniences and crap like that just happen. It's a lot of stuff that we have no reason to care about. Why should we care that the other water Hashira was friends with the water ghost? Legit.
What did that do for anybody? His character, the story.
That's not storytelling to just do stuff. Oh my goodness.
We've already revisited the Demon Slayer video, and we have in our folder at least 11.
There's a lot.
Least. Without even trying, we've already picked up 11.
I thought Inosuke showing off his flexibility when they met was kind of a precursor to his ability to rearrange his organs. I mean, are we talking about gymnasts being able to rearrange their hearts? If he had been like, I'm very full, but let me like expand my stomach so I can fit more food in, that would be something.
And then they were like, what the he was like, yeah, I can kind of move things around in there.
Not a whole lot, but it takes some concentration, something. But he is stabbed. It's a big moment of Inosuke is stabbed, full page spread
in the heart
with poison, And then he goes, not only can I rearrange my heart, but I am also resistant to poison. That's the problem. Now, it could be set up properly, or it could be assumed like the poison thing, but both happening simultaneously, and the rearranging organ things never happening again is poor. They were in a corner. They needed a big tension moment, and they needed to BS something to fix it. And that's all it is. And it's not good. Stuff like that is just like, you are either a novice or you're just not very good. Because you don't do that. You don't do Zenitsu knows one form, but it's so modified that it might as well be 5 forms. Form 1,
and then he creates a 7th form.
Form 1 is a very fast slash. But he can also do it 6 times, so that's 6-fold. He can also do it 8 times, so that's 8-fold. He also has Godspeed, which is something else. But he can only do Godspeed twice. Godspeed was introduced with this, I can only do it twice. Never hinted at nothing. My whole thing was always, he's got this one slash. And then he does it 6 times. I'm like, okay, I guess he's just slash. That's 6, and then he's doing 8. But then he goes, no, Godspeed it's whatever. It's like, why is this just not a whole? Is this a whole new form? Is this a modification of Form 1? Is this just a technique that you can use? So can people use techniques outside of forms? Crap like that is a problem because it is introduced. Because they go, oh, yeah, he's over there, he's struggling, still knocked out, by the way, so he can still use all of his abilities and stuff. He's over there, knocked out, and he's just under rubble. So we don't even have to worry about him. Earth, Sound Dude, he's poisoned. What is Sound breathing? Sound Dude is poisoned, and his heart is stopped, so he's just dead. And Nosuke's dead, whatever. Everybody's dead. It's just you right now, Tanjiro. And then he just does Godspeed, and he goes, I can only do it one more time, by the way. That's bad. That's poor.
And then, did I dream that Tanjiro did a little form of lightning?
He most certainly did.
Yeah.
He in the middle of a in the middle of a fight, as the little dude was running away.
That's what it was.
Yep. He goes, "Oh, I did talk to Zenitsu about his lightning style," and he just goes, "Put in all your energy into your muscles and then zip forward." That did happen. Let me just do that here and now, once, never again, to solve the issue. Oh snap, I did talk to Inosuke about feeling all this stuff. Let me just do that in the fight with number 3. Oh my goodness.
I also hate how every kid had like a superhuman one sense.
Yes.
There's the sense of hearing, hearing, smell, feel, and sight.
Like, and it's just unexplained, and it solves so many issues. In those cases, it's just like, I can feel you up in the vents. Of course you can. That's stuff like that just tells me everything that I need to know about this mangaka. I fear for the next thing. I don't know if this is going to be a Naruto thing of just like they just flop so hard the next time. I don't know if they just coast forever because you set for life.
You're set for life.
What you don't need to do anything. I want people to realize with the quickness how poor this is.
They won't, because we just revisited a video where a dude's like, if it holds up, I haven't read the manga. They're just waiting for the next season. They're just waiting for the next pretty.
It's insane how much.
And there's at least 5 seasons of this. 4? Probably closer to 4.
It was 50 chapters ish for the first season.
Yeah, so there's 44 seasons for this.
Plus whatever material they want to flesh out near the end. It might plus another couple movies because that cash.
That cash money, yo.
But my goodness, how can you celebrate this stuff? How can you celebrate? This dude just got like a sword gun. It's the same material that we use to make the swords, but it's just a gun.
It's funny that the manga did answer some of the questions we had from our first because reasons like that. like, does Nezuko ever talk, or why doesn't somebody just create bullets and make guns with it? And then somebody does, but nobody else does, and it's highly effective.
And it's not explained at all. I would like it to be done and explained. Both, please. Not just done.
Why isn't there like a bow and arrow person?
Sure.
And mixed with the Shinobu's poison and just shooting demons from afar.
Why do they all have to be swords people? Why can't it be like, I'm the only person in the Hashira that does not use a sword?
I got brass knuckles. I just knock their heads off.
That'd be great. Something. But it's just this trash. Oh boy.
So let's get to your list.
I got a list again.
A list exists. I think I made that joke last time.
I think you did. In the train arc, pretty straightforward. First off, but then they're all sleeping, and Rengoku just instinctively just starts choking a chick.
Yeah,
that's just so random. It solves an issue, and it's just, I guess this is one of those Zenitsu sleep stuff is set up and established in here, so he's just doing it, something like that, and it's just not explained, and it solves the issue. Stuff like that is just like, it's not a very good anything.
Just not a very good anything.
I just wrote no substance, and then Osuke and Zenitsu's dream.
Yep.
Tanjiro's dream changes somebody to good because he's so pure.
That was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Literal, your kindness energy.
Literal. Your soul is so kind that my entire dream of change, of just sleeping peacefully forever, great dreams because of my horrible tuberculosis and being teased and taunted and potentially about to die from it, because your soul is so pure, I'm just gonna change that and betray everybody here, including the demon that could instantly kill me, because you're so pure, and you're so pure that a piece of your purity is now lodged within me and seen.
And clap.
And clap.
And clap.
Dude. I have nothing for this kid, so I'm just gonna unload the kindness. And it can be done because Ippo is one of the nicest bastards out there. But they don't have to keep going, he's so kind. In the middle of fights, they go, his kindness is his weakness. He's not going for that he should be going for.
He's not knocking their heads off properly.
Like he could and should. Okay, the uniform is supposed to be, they said this, heat-proof, waterproof, and weak demon-proof. Yet a tiny knife stabs him.
Is that a demon? Is that water? Is that fire? Okay then, thank you. Keep it going.
We can't be doing this.
Next problem.
We can't be doing this. No, come on now.
Now, it's different from something like Kevlar, because Kevlar disperses kinetic energy, so it stops bullets, but you can get stabbed with Kevlar. If you can be protected against weak demons, you would assume that it would be puncture proof.
Absolutely. But it's not.
But it's not. And
hey, clap please. This was when they introduced the sun breathing. That's the first form of breathing, and all other breathings come from that one. Tanjiro is of the special clan. He's not only special because he got the black blade, he got the breathing. He once in the sword maker's village, he unlocks that super good sword as well. Tanjiro, he's got the birthmark inlaid within him. Crap like this.
I'm failing to see the problem.
Okay, good. Okay. I didn't have too much to say about the train stuff, other than stuff like, I'll just become the train, but I'll keep my neck weakness, and there it is right over there. easily. Why would you fuse with the train? Can all demons fuse with stuff?
And I think it was a Nosuke that was just like, it's over there or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was weird.
Yeah, crap like that. This is when they just go, 4 months has passed and we've been training this whole time. Just more random,
of course,
whatever training.
Of course.
Okay, you remember that text that I sent you that was just like, as you're reading throughout the first couple 1 through 50, let me know if Tanjiro ever willingly lies, because they just go, when he lies, he has a funny face though.
He doesn't ever willingly lie.
Okay, but the whole he has a funny face
because he's a terrible liar.
Not only is it a not funny joke, it also speaks again to Tanjiro's pureness. And I do not see how you go, you like Tanjiro more when it's just more of this crap.
Yeah, I like earnest people.
But is this enough? If there's nothing else behind it?
Did I say he was good?
You said you liked him more, but it's
yes,
just
I like him.
Do you like Inosuke more? Since it's just
yes.
Okay. I don't understand, because crap like that was pissing me off.
Yes, I understand. He's a bad character. But I like him more.
So, this is when they just hold up their hands and go, yo, we ranked up 3 times. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, what is the ranking system? Is it the number of demons that you slayed? Is it a strength thing? Is it a number of missions that you've gone on? How do you rank up? And I'm like, okay, it can't be strength pure up, because the poison Hashira just goes, I don't have the strength to cut off people's heads.
Yeah.
So it can't be strength. It really can't be the number of demons that you slay, because they slayed like 3 or 4 demons, and then they were training for 4 months. So I don't know what it is that causes people to rank up.
It's got to be the level of demon.
But if that's the case, he fought hand on hand against not only one of the lower 6, but he fought the number 1 lower 6 and killed him. He was the one that killed him. And he ranked up 3 times for that? For a lower 6?
Yep.
For the number 1 lower 6 with buff by Muzan's blood?
Yep.
It's just so poorly explained that it just pisses me off.
Maybe it's the number of successful missions.
That's what I was thinking. But they were locked. They were just training for 4 months.
Yeah, but they've completed like 4 to 5 missions at that point.
It's all just speculation at this point. As I'm reading, I'm just getting pissed off again.
Oh no.
Inosuke just goes, oh, I found a person. And then he looks up like, oh, there are my highly trained, super strong mice that are bringing me my sword and my equipment.
But weren't they funny?
And then they bring Zenitsu's sword, and they are never seen again. This isn't how you tell a story.
I failed to see the problem.
Dude! It's understandable that he communes with nature. Mm-hmm. Completely understandable.
Yep.
But
glad
you just introduced I need Inosuke to get his swords, so I'm gonna bush these mice? This what we doing?
I mean, the mice were funny though. They had so many muscles. And they were like flexing like muscle men.
Dude,
people laughed.
They are a really bad mangaka. Really bad.
I mean, the mice? They look like muscle men.
Trained off screen to do for 4 months, and now he knows the fire style. He could just switch into that almost instantly. No issues. No. How do I learn this? How do I learn more about this? This was after going into Rangoku's house, like they were just best friends and crap like that. He's defending him.
Yeah, come on in.
Defending him against his dad. Like, you ain't know this bastard. You know him for 2 hours. What does this say? Yeah, I just put a picture of his whole symphony bull crap. A score is Tengen's unique battle formula. The analysis takes a lot of time, but he can understand an enemy's habits and blind spots by reading their attack movements and converting them into sound. Okay. Just like interrupting the flow of a song, if one attacks the opening of in a sound, he can land a blow. This is just in a little square as he's doing it.
I mean, they told you what happened, so failing to see problems. This is a nitpick.
I just wrote crying blood form, anger so powerful it caused tears of blood. That form was terrible.
It wasn't good.
And it comes out of nowhere. Just big power up. Another one.
It's not as bad as Naruto.
It's not, but this is, if you think about it, this is the second arc in a row that it happened.
Yep.
Just random, and you can't keep doing that.
Why not?
I guess, if we're going by that, I guess just why not?
Oh, yes, meme. This actually happened.
Yeah. It's a really bad form, and it just never happens again. The poison, and then the rearranging the organs, I just wrote that down.
Yeah, terrible.
Yeah, the whole blood crying thing was from the kimono lady just killing a couple of random people, and he got so angry because he's so pure that he goes into this blood rage form, and that was just like, if you're caring about a bunch of random people dying, you're in the wrong field. Okay. Okay, so they're fighting. He's fighting the kimono lady, and then at the end of the fight, he goes in for a big slash, and he stops and he falls out. And in the little freaking dialogue box, it just goes, "There's a stamina limit and a life limit, and Tanjiro is about to reach his life limit."
Yeah, that totally happened.
This just totally happens, and it's never brought up again. Nezuko is a permanent last minute save. Saved on a train, saved from Kimono Lady, saved from Rui. It's just not interesting because she comes out exactly when she needs to and solves so many problems.
Like a hero does.
Nezuko rage form, big boobs, one horn, whatever. Comes out of nowhere. Big, strong, unbelievable healing factor. And she can just pop into it whenever she wants from then on out.
Yep. With no problem. Because she almost killed a human on that one, but now, no props.
Yep. And then as is just like, oh my goodness, she's super rage form. I'm going to sing you this song that our mother used to sing to you that was never established, and it's going to snap you out of it.
I mean, you're just saying the thing that happened.
Yes!
And, it's good.
There's so little setup and paid off here. It's set up right before.
No,
it's a lot. Okay, yeah. No, I said setup and payoff.
Yeah, there's a lot of payoffs and there's a lot of setup. It's a lot of setup
before the payoff. Right before the payoff. How do we snap Nezuko out of this?
It's a 2-foot race. Here's the gun shooting, and you cross the finish line.
This is when Zenitsu was just sleeping and running and talking.
Disgusting.
This is just, if you're gonna do this, why not just have him train up to be like, yo, I can now use the one form. If you're just gonna be like, he's awesome Zenitsu.
Why not have him wake up in the middle of a battle? He never did that.
Or like in the middle of a slash and like, oh, so this is the feeling. I need to replicate this. Anything. But he's trapped under rubble. He's slashed multiple times and he still just sleep. It'd be one thing if later he was just like, I was just faking being asleep. It's just my way of coping with this.
If I don't see it, I'm not afraid of it.
I'm just feeling it around me. I'm hearing where they are, so I don't even need my eyes. I can still just slash and stuff. But he doesn't do that. He just sleeps and runs and nothing is made out of it. And talks and fights and pulls out special new moves.
And responds to people.
And nothing is made of it. He is crushed under rubbles To the point they go, we don't need to kill him because he's just gonna die from being crushed from rubbles. And somehow, when the Snake Hashira has Tanjiro down as they're the Wind Hashira is stabbing her and stuff, he's compressed and the Poison Lady goes, don't breathe or you'll blow up your blood vessels and die. Yet he is compressed enough to do Godspeed and get out of that when it's all about the leg motions.
And the lungs.
And the lungs. He has enough ability to breathe and somehow get himself out of that with his legs. This is terrible. Dude.
I'm clapping. I'm sorry you have no joy in your life.
This is one of the worst shonens I've ever read.
Yeah, it might be up there.
It's definitely up there.
Yeah, it might be up there.
We'll see exactly how we feel once the glow comes off in a couple weeks when we redo the shonen tier list.
But and once my hero gets a little bit more speed.
Seriously, but easy A, potential S.
Whoa.
You don't think so?
Whoa.
You don't think so?
I didn't say that, but whoa.
You said it.
You said it with no, all conviction. Just easy A.
Easy. It's
potential
easy.
S.
I have poison. Well, good thing I'm a ninja and therefore resistant to poison. This happens in the exact same page. Why would you introduce the poison if he was just going to be resistant to it? And guess what? It does affect him. So why would he even say that?
Because he's an idiot.
Because 2 pages later he goes, yo, I'm dying now.
He's an idiot.
Here's something I'm just going to read. Because that was basically all of it. Because that was all of it from the town arc. We're in the village arc. Tanjiro has awakened. He has acquired the ability to predict movements. Now he can tell where his opponents are attacking from their smell. This smell can be detected faster than the lines of interval. Because Tanjiro's body is still inexperienced, his reactions and reflexes are slower than those of a pillar, but now he has a strong weapon that can keep up with them. He gets this from training 3 days without sleep, food, or water. And now he has the ability to predict people's movements from their smells.
Yeah, it's just an upgrade of his smell ability that's already been established. Are we saying that shonens can't have people upgrade their abilities? My God, you just do not know how to critique. It's clear.
I'm shocked to my very core. Because I forgot a bunch of this stuff. I just forgot. And this mangaka wrote down that this bastard can smell predictions.
You smell like you're gonna hit me. Yeah, I don't know how a ninja has resistance to poison. That's nonsensical.
It is, and it's just stated, and yeah, it's just completely erased. But this whole thing, I was just like, why does he just keep getting stuff? I guess that picture just came up a little bit earlier because I'm still in the village arc. I value my wives' lives more than my own. I wonder how this is gonna play out. Oh, let's retire after this mission. I'm like, he's dead. We're just killing Hashira, but he survived. But then he retired. But then 2 arcs later, he's like, no, but I'm a trainer though. So why'd you even retire?
I mean, he retired from missions.
Yeah, I know. But at the very same time, he was one of the 2 people protecting the 3 kids that were pointing through the missions and all that crap. He mixed the breathing, and this was first introduced where he was just like, I mix my water movement with the fire attack. I go, I guess this is just a thing that can be done. We never really established that people can have multiple forms of breathing, but now that somebody does have multiple forms of breathing, they can mix and match them, and it almost never comes up again. I think he does it one more time.
That sounds cool.
And this was when he couldn't move his legs, but by mixing the breath of water and fire, he can attack easily. Because he was just like, I'm completely done. This was after his birthmark form, rage form, and then he was just like, oh, I can just attack now. The demon was just over him, taunting him, and just like, I'm gonna stab you, and he just headbutts him, stabs him with the poison. And the demon just couldn't react to either. And Tanjiro stands up, grabs his sword, and goes to swipe his head off while the demon is not moving whatsoever.
Yeah, because that headbutt real hard.
Oh, the headbutt is a big thing. I can use Godspeed twice. that just Godspeed talking. He forces his heart to stop beating with his muscles. Sure. I just wrote, he can't keep doing this. His birthmark grows, so power up.
He can't keep doing. He can't getting away with this.
And people are celebrating this crap. Blood magic to heal, like we said. My blood explodes people. Demons and whatnot, but I can also use it to heal
humans.
Where is the correlation here? Why can she burn away poison?
Maybe it was demon poison, and because it affects demons, it would only burn away the poison.
They did not say that.
I'm just giving you a possibility.
What is demon poison?
Poison that is mixed with the blood of a demon.
Then wouldn't that turn you into a demon?
No, because only Muzan's blood turns people into demons.
But all of the demons come from him.
Yes.
So all the demons have his blood within them.
No.
But the number one turned somebody into a demon.
No.
What was I just about to say? What was my point? Blood, heal, dang, I don't even remember. Whatever, it's stupid.
that was the bottom line of that one.
Yeah. As the demon siblings are dying, Tanjiro is sad because he's just like, oh my goodness, that could be us. And he stops them from fighting and just like, you should treasure each other in your last moments. And it's another sad demon flashback that I absolutely skipped because what happened?
I just said I read it.
Just passively as you're looking up at like a tournament, you're like, yeah, whatever.
No,
something happened.
I took in the information.
What happened?
I said I read it. I took it in, but I didn't retain it. It's like I fell asleep and it just all dumped out of my head. I do not know what happened with their past.
You're saying that it's not very substantive if you just forget it.
What the happened there? Hold on. Was there snow? What's the? It's gone. I got nothing.
I guess Nezuko just has that demon transformation forever. We're in the next arc. There's a literal Bakugo in this manga. Dude just has a shotgun. Turns out there are two separate Bakugos in the manga. Both of them are brothers. The wind dude and the gun dude, they're both just Bakugos. To the point where he just becomes a friend and he's still yelly. But then you got the other Bakugo. Just Bakugoing it up because Bakugo is popular. Tanjiro has two conversations with the Cloud Dude, and just by saying saving people is cool, he does. He changed his entire outlook because very conveniently, that is exactly what his brother said to him. And Tanjiro is such a nice person that people are also.
This happened before when he got his very essence.
I do not like Tanjiro is one of the worst.
Understandable.
Shounen protagonists of all time.
Understandable.
All time. Another poison use. There's just a fish that spits poison spikes.
That's dangerous.
blood red fire sword, whatever. I was so done.
But you don't understand. Because Nezuko can light up her blood. And because of that, it's on the sword, so it lights up the sword.
And it turns red, but hey, guess what? We don't know at that point what the sword colors mean.
And then he can turn it red by itself without Nezuko's blood.
And then everybody can just turn it red.
Mm-hmm.
It's not even like a special thing. It just turns red sometimes, even though when they go...
you heat up your body or something.
Even though when they go, when you get your sword, your color turns, it's just the color it's gonna be. So what if it turned red? Would it just be like a double red?
Yeah.
This sword color, this sword color crap was just dropped. Other than for this one moment, because the whole black sword thing never established, never brought up, nothing.
I think the dude had a black sword in the past that took down Muzan.
Okay, and what did it mean?
It means that Tanjiro also has a black sword.
Oh, I'm very convenient. Of course, it was a red sword that almost took off Muzan's head. And that turns out to be one of the 15 weaknesses that he has. He's not even doing forms with the fire guy. He's just yelling stuff and stuff is happening. That's a problem with the form stuff. It's all just sword slices. We know what onigiri is. We know what lion song is. Because we've seen it happen. We know what the pound hole is. Zoro legit just has like 5-6 moves that he busts out.
Yeah, and everything else is just him slashing his sword around.
And we know what they are and what they can do. We're expected to remember the multiple forms of multiple people that we see for multiple fights and know what can be used for the best possible situation in any given situation.
Correct.
I hate this. This
I don't see how you can.
Um,
yeah, it's like a Green Lantern, except instead of yellow, it's red.
Chapter 116 was just all Tanjiro doing funny faces, and I was having none of it.
But you're supposed to laugh.
I was having...
Don't show me the...
None of it!
Don't show me the faces.
Yes, pretty sure I still got them all downloaded.
Why? Why would you do that?
Because I don't even remember what that was. I know they were in the Demon Village, but that's 115.5. Of course it is. Was I wrong? This is a fight. Sure.
What was the number you said?
116.
I think you said 161. No, that's too far.
I said 116.
Okay, you were
whatever.
wrong.
Whatever. It's one of those. I'll find it.
It was probably 115 or 117.
It's probably something like that. What Scar? The Miss Dude. I just wrote Scar appears because he cares about people. This is AIDS. because
What's up with notes?
I was fading. I think I took a break, got something to eat. Probably went on the elliptical. But this was when the Miss Dude was just like, and he just got the birthmark too. And that was when he was just like, I now care about people. And they also established like, oh, you also come from the Sun people. So
what's the problem?
So this is when it was first like, okay, the birthmarks are a thing, and it's the Sun people thing, and it's just, I guess, when you care about things.
As well it should be.
Everything I touch turns into fish. This is an ability that was in a manga.
Hey, that's cool. You could do some JoJo stuff with
that.
That
Was when I took a break. So I'm like, I'm not dealing with this. I touched fish. No.
What are you out here molesting fish?
I don't even remember how the fight ends. I just wrote right when the fight ends, the poison kicks in, because of course it does.
Always
convenient. More poison stuff. He does the lightning breathing move.
Yeah, this happens, man. We're not lying about any of these things.
There's no reason to lie because it's all in the manga. It's all provable. You can just read it. I suggest that you do not read it because this is very bad.
But man, it's gonna be pretty.
So the little thing's neck was very, very durable.
Mm-hmm.
There were multiple people trying to cut off his neck, and nobody could do it. And I just asked, why is his neck so durable? Why is nobody else's neck so durable?
Especially since he's short, you would think the force would allow it so much easier to just snap.
Yeah. And then once he gets the special sword, he does it instantly.
Effortlessly.
Done. If she can walk in the sword, why was it burning her in the beginning? Because she comes up and
if she can walk in the what?
If she can walk in the sun.
You said sword.
Oh,
yeah.
Because she, once the sun hits her, she starts to burn, and then she just doesn't anymore. Why did it burn right there? Was it just for dramatic tension? No, why did that pick up right then and there?
She was growing
why right then and there? Because it just goes back to Tomoko, and she's just like, yo, I think that she might be able to walk in the sun as she is actively doing it.
Correct. Tomoko was right.
A little bit of Nezuko's blood makes demons regain their consciousness. Special demon. The chosen demon after 1,000 years is Nezuko. Of course. We got 2 chosen people already. Mm-hmm. Both of them are brother and sisters. The upper moons were the same for 100 years, and now we got 3 being taken out within the span of 2 arcs.
Correct. Because our people are just so much stronger. God, the heroes. Clap the Demon Slayer core.
This is trash.
You hear me clapping?
Don't say they've been around for 100 years. If you just gonna start taking them out. If one of the dudes is just like, I turn things into fish.
You are really not happy about this fish
It's
thing.
terrible. This was going into the training arc, and they go, okay.
Can I stop you real quick though? Because you didn't mention Nezuko talking yet. Is that in your notes?
It's just same. It's just with the sun walking thing and everything.
Now here's the problem. Nezuko has been a demon for roughly 3 years, 2.5 to 3 years.
It would definitely have to be. It's around that because of all the trainings and the recoups that.
Zenitsu's training mate turns into a demon after Zenitsu meets him. Mm-hmm. Why is he talking?
He had to have turned within the last couple of weeks because Zenitsu just got word of his master's suicide. Mm-hmm. So I have to assume that he was in contact with him up until the moment that it happened. So it couldn't have been more than a couple weeks that he was turned into a demon.
I don't even care about a couple weeks because it could have taken him a long time to eat a lot of humans. I'll even go 8 months. Why can he talk?
He's talking. He's just regaining
Why
his consciousness.
Why does he have his memories?
He has his memories. He has his abilities. He's using forms. He's using breathing. Like it's nothing.
Why?
What is this? It is just, I need him. They probably had that moment set up. And just like, we need a final fight for Zenitsu. And like, I'm just gonna, this is going to happen. But I'm gonna set it up later. But then with the rushed ending, the family problems,
they had no choice. But
that's what I'm thinking it was. But my goodness, it just came out of nowhere, and it does break it because it's never explained really why Nezuko is so special. She's a descendant of the Sun people, but that doesn't explain why she can't talk. That doesn't explain the whole sleeping thing. It's really bad. And it can't all just be chalked up to the rushed ending because it was bad before. These problems were happening before.
Correct.
This was when the training arc things happen, and they go, okay, once somebody appears with the mark, it just spreads to others. And they just went,
that was the dumbest.
Tanjiro got the mark and it's spreading to others, so now we just need to train other people to get the mark as well. And
I'm spreading the mark.
They'll have the ability to beat Muzan. Of course. Whatever.
That's the dumbest. Just imagine, hey, you're doing a gear second near your friends, so they also can do it.
Like, they also just get the power up.
hey, you're using Conqueror's Haki, so everybody can do it.
Dude.
Hey, Ichigo, you're a hollow. You can control your hollow form. Well, now everybody around you
just
gets one.
stand next to me while I do the Bankai, and you'll get it as well. When he was talking to the water dude just goes, it's not rare to change breaths or make an offshoot. This is the first time that we're hearing about this in chapter 130.
Out of 207.
Out of 207. And it's just because he goes, I don't want to be the water Hashira anymore or whatever.
I never deserved it.
Yeah. The chick that Tanjiro eventually marries and has a kid with. Kano. After the coin thing, she is 100% a different character.
Yeah, she opened up now.
Sure. And was that all that it took?
Yes.
I don't think that's enough.
Shinobu said, one day you'll find a boy and he'll change
That's
your
not enough!
That's
not...
Shinobu said...
And that'll change your entire personality?
It'll change your outlook on life.
Your outlook on life, your personality, everything. Because of the D? Yeah. That's what we doing? We being that regressive?
D-Slayer.
D-Slanger.
Yeah, that's what Shinobu...
Dude, no.
What do you want? It was the chapter where they met. It was just like, Shinobu said it.
No. I do not accept that.
Understandable.
Maybe this is another thing where it's just like I'm gonna slowly work my way into this instead of just like a hard change, because it's basically a different character. And I liked her whole when she was just like, goodbye, why are you talking to me? Because I flipped a coin.
It was even before that. It was just like, goodbye. Oh, you talk to me. Goodbye. Yeah. So why'd you decide to talk to me now? Goodbye.
Yeah, that was good. Work the way up to just welcome back and crap like that. Okay, so when Gundu goes up to his brother and goes, I've been eating demons. I looked at that chapter. He goes, you've been eating demons, and he disappears. Tanjiro notes that he disappears and runs up. The wind dude is this close to his eyes, and Tanjiro has enough time to run up and push the brother down before his eyes get poked out. This is after Tanjiro was injured and is healing, because he had just fought the wind dude's training was, I'm just gonna beat you up until you can just take it. So he had been beaten up for some very many hours.
Yeah, but now he has the lightning legs.
So so he is, as an injured person, he is faster than a Hashira who had a head start on him, and he's surprised at what he was doing.
Yes.
This is the wind Hashira. This isn't like Earth. It's a fast dude.
Yeah, and Tanjiro's faster. Lightning legs.
So, when
Lady Legacies.
When Muzan comes into the camp, I go, they need to quick, fast, in a hurry explain why Tanjiro can't smell this faster.
Quick, fast, in a hurry.
They need to explain real fast why Tanjiro cannot smell this guy.
Yeah, because he smelled him without even trying when he was eating that ramen.
Yes. And they do not. And it is a problem. Zenitsu versus the senpai, of course. I was mistaken on this because I wrote he knew that his grandpa had killed himself and he made no efforts to become better. I thought that it had happened way, way long ago instead of it happening just now. But it still doesn't change the fact that he made no efforts to better himself, and I think that that's very poor.
He did after he learned he died.
That's terrible.
And then he went, it's something I gotta do myself, and I'm a change, and then I'm a regress.
He improved in a single scene where he just goes, I'm better now.
Yes.
I'm
good now.
I can use my forms while awake.
What form?
One form.
Yep.
And also all of its offshoots. And
a
new form.
The one form is the pillar of all the other forms. Like, you need the first form to learn the other forms. Otherwise, it's not complete.
What's wrong with saying that as Tanjiro is training? You introduce this crap near the end? For this, as Zenitsu has been constantly using this form, You introduce this now? You're starting to explain forms, and just and also just not even explaining forms. It's just like love bomb. Oh my goodness, the 7th form, but they said only 6. I'm kind of a douche, but I'm just over it
completely. Don't worry, we're answering questions at the end.
We're almost done. We're very near the end. This is the second time in the middle of a fight that Tanjiro remembers something a friend said. Feelings where an attack would come from Inosuke. And now also in the middle of battle, he's remembering something that his dad said to him, and he's actively getting better because of it. His dad cut off the head of a bear and says, "Hey, don't forget what you just saw and heard here, and use it to slay a demon one day." He basically said that.
And he does. So what's the problem? Setup?
I just wrote
payoff.
Tanjiro has the Byakugan because all of a sudden he can just see through people, see their muscles.
Oh boy, I hated that see through.
What? And then
can you see this world too?
And then everybody just starts doing it.
Hey, Muzan has 5 hearts and 7 brains. Oh, really? Oh, bet. Oh, that's what he got. Cool. 5. It was either 5 hearts or 5 brains, and the 7 of the other one.
Whatever what it is doing? Stupid.
That is dumb.
Because Tanjiro has no battle spirit, he cuts off his head because the number 3 could not sense him. Whatever. Could you read what this says right here?
You can't with this memory shit. 2.5 chapters.
2.5 chapters for the number 3 dude.
It was long, and he was even a dude that was like, I remember everything I did. I remember my past life. I don't give a shit. And then you still get 2.5?
It's terrible. Crap like that. It just kept happening. I'm like, why should we care about? This is the dude that killed Rangoku. You see that fire hilt that you got? That's Rangoku. Why isn't he here? Oh, cause he dead.
Because he killed him.
Flashback to one moment with Inosuke and Poison Girl that we did not see to add weight to the fight that he has, and that demon ate his mom.
And so they hook up later.
It's terrible. They legit went. I've got no reason why Inosuke would care about this poison chick. So what I'm going to do is make a flashback of them hanging out that we never saw. That's not storytelling. How about some more explanation with this? I just wrote, everybody is faster than everyone else. I think it's just like, oh, they're moving fast. Yeah. Stretchy arm hum-on thing. Inosuke just dislocates his arm and slashes him from across the room, of course.
I mean, at least it makes sense now.
Yeah. He didn't feel the poison until the second that it started working. The number 2 guy just goes, I'm fine. I'll just let my ice clones kill you guys. Oh, I'm dying.
I should be working right about now, Crumble.
Here is this technique. You might go blind if you use this. Energy into the eyes or something.
Yeah, and it popped the blood vessel. And that's why my other eye was saved for the end moment. Here's me using my other eye.
Eat a bag of dongs. This is not storytelling. The wind dude just goes, oh, I'm cut. Oh, you're getting drunk off of my super duper rare blood.
Yeah, we already established the rare blood. Even amongst rare blood, it's a rare blood.
It's even more rare. Oh, I can also solidify my blood to stop the bleeding.
Delicious. It's like a buffet for like a dessert.
Birthmarks
like
mean
wine.
You die before 25? Question mark.
Yeah, I have a problem with that.
Red blade, red ball and chain, sure. They're just all just getting red stuff.
Yeah, they mad.
We still aren't doing this flashback junk. 2 chapters. Oh, and he kept his brother's flute. Be sad. Because he just crumbles up once they kill him, and all that's left is like his kimono and his brother's flute.
Cut in half or something.
Of course, there's a 13th form of fire.
Why wouldn't there be? You gotta put them all together.
I'm not doing Tanjiro's dad's flashback in Tanjiro's dream. Skipped.
I read it.
7 hearts and 5 brains. I wrote it
there
down. I wrote it down.
There we go. More heart than mine.
Snake flashback? Nope.
I read it.
Cat antidote? Whatever.
Read it.
No,
Cat,
it was just a cat that was just like, disperse the antidote.
And the cat was also a demon.
Of course. It was turned into a demon right before the final arc.
Oh, so the kid know how to turn people into demons now.
Sure. Maybe it was the lady.
Wow.
Everybody gets a red blade, sure. Everybody gets the Byakugan, sure. So Tanjiro,
oh no,
Tanjiro was injured and he's almost killed, and he had to be brought back to life, and he's got this huge ugly eye thing. The pillars had been fighting Muzan for upwards of like 25-30 minutes. They were fighting him like 6, 7, 8 on 1 at certain points.
Yep.
Tanjiro gets up and he is not instantly killed as he fights Muzan, as all of his tension is right on him. But this is right when all them poisons start working. So it's just like, you age 50 years in a single minute. Whatever. You also can't divide. Whatever. You're also being turned into a human.
That was the
whatever.
Most disgusting
you also can't.
thing.
You all cell degeneration. Whatever. You can't do this.
This one poison is like 8 poisons, yo. My God, look at all this stuff. It's like the kid at the playground. Yeah, but my poison makes it so you can't divide yourself.
No, but I have this anti-poison antidote. Oh, but I have this sniper that shoots it out of your hand.
Like, no.
Come on now. This isn't storytelling. This is why the final fight was so bad. Don't make a villain if it's so unbelievable that you can't beat him, that you have to bullshit stuff.
And it was a pure bullshit.
Just
because he would have easily have killed them and gotten out of the way of the sun if not for that 19 different poisons in his bloodstream.
And it just kept going. I'm like, okay, there's 2 poisons. Oh, there's 3. Oh, there's 4. Of course. And people excuse this, because I read on the Reddit, I'm like, how will people feel about this poison? And people big excuse it. It's like, you got the 200 or so years of Tomoko and the poison Hashira working together? Of course they're going to make a great poison that takes down even Muzan.
Okay, yeah. With the one thing. Not the aging every 50 years, every second.
Dude.
What has it been? Like, I've been aged 10,000 years. No, not like that. But the cell division, so he can't run away, understandable. You cannot do that. And it's one that, or even if it's just you're turning into a human, and because of that, you can't divide your cells anymore.
But don't just keep doing stuff.
Don't just pile on this Jenga tower of poison.
I just wrote Big Baby because he turned into a big baby.
Yes, he is killed. And then he's about to be killed, and it's like, no, here's my armor that'll even protect me from the sun's rays themselves. And it's just a giant baby.
And he starts burrowing underground, like, don't let him burrow under the ground. It's like, this is so stupid. This is a big baby.
I think Tanjiro was dead at this point.
It was whatever it was. And then I just wrote, it's like the beginning. Now Nezuko will save Tanjiro.
Yep.
And I had nothing about the final chapter, because it is very clear that is very bad, because it's just everybody is reincarnated exactly at the same time in the same area. The people that need to be the same age are the same ages. So for some reason, Aoi and Inosuke got together after they shared exactly one scene at the very end in the chapter right before this, and Inosuke just blushed. So I guess that's storytelling enough to go, they got together and they had a descendant. That's not how we do things.
So
This is Naruto-esque.
here's part of the problem with that. Everybody that before the age of 25, if you got the mark, you die. And basically, all of the Demon Slayers got that mark. They say that it's their great grandfather, or no, I added an extra great. I think it's great grandfather Zenitsu. That would mean it's 5 generations removed. So if he died at 25, he had to have a kid before then. So let's just say he and Nezuko had a kid at 19, which would be an extra 4 years from then. So that would be 6 when he died. The kid 6. So let's just say 19 for everybody. That's like 80 years, and they're on cell phones. That would put us in, and they're good cell phones. They're smartphones. So that would put us at the year like 1917. That does not make sense. even like all those generations removed, even 1890 is a little iffy for the stuff that they had around them. They look like they're in the 1600s, minus the steam train. What are we doing here? No, I think they did have steam trains in the 1600s.
Oh, wait a second. They did go into a big city.
Yes, and it was lights and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That was it.
Yeah.
It was a lot of lights.
That was it.
I ain't seen no electricity or nothing.
Yep, you are correct. Hey, whatever. You think people care, or do you think people are just like, oh my goodness, for some reason Zenitsu and Nezuko got together?
He broke her down. Consent, guys. Not coercion. Come on. It's not consent.
I do not understand that. It just... It's like I said, it's Naruto-esque of just like these people got together. There's no reason why they should be together, but we can't just have like this dumb pig man in the big city. So we need to BS some way that he had a kid.
Okay, but like making somebody we don't know.
That's not how we do things.
Why not?
Because
I don't give a
the people give a shit.
I know Aoi and Inosuke. I don't give a shit they got together.
The people care. I like Aoi. I'm glad she was happy in the end. Maybe.
Is she happy with Inosuke? Did they get divorced or something?
Did he just go out into the woods like, I can't handle this?
No story there. 4.5.
3. Horrible storytelling.
Horrible storytelling. Understand.
So little good in Demon Slayer.
There's a few goods.
There's legit like 10 good things in Demon Slayer. And a mountain of bad.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
You can't do that. I don't... What? Like, Naruto was like it was very middling for a lot of stuff with peaks of bad and a couple of good things. Mm-hmm. This is just like, wow. This is never-ending barrage of bad. I mean, rapid fire.
It's rapid fire, but it does end. They gotta reload every now and then. And no, during that, you get a breath.
Dude. Muff turn people into fish.
Stop with the fish, I understand.
You don't understand. This was a chore to read.
Yes. I found myself actively going, oh my god, I still have 70 chapters.
This was not enjoyable. I saw that end and I'm like, how is this fight going to go for 20 chapters? I go 2 chapters for wrap up, we're at 18 chapters. How is this going to go for 18 chapters? And it does.
And they found a way.
And it's bad because it's just a lot of them jumping around like, oh my goodness, we got to do this. Oh no, Love Hashira is dead. Oh my, here comes Snake Hashira. His eyes are slashed, but good thing his eyes just didn't work. Oh, but he can also share his senses with his snake, so it's just like his eyes were never slashed out. I created a problem and then already had a solution to it.
Correct.
In the middle of the fight, it's just like, crap, I did not do anything with Snake Hashira. Here is his backstory. Something, born of a village of women, something, snake god, something, skipped. Couldn't be bothered.
You really
not in the last 15, 14, 13 chapters. It's too little too late. What is this going to do for me to learn Snake Hashira's backstory?
Maybe you'll get some empathy for him and you'll start liking the character.
When has that happened?
I mean, in Demon Slayer?
Yes.
Oh, I got nothing for you.
It didn't. Love Chick was just like, I'm so big and strong. I can't find a husband. I can't find no man.
Yeah,
I'm supposed to care about that? That was her whole backstory.
Yeah, it was kind of crap. It was a terrible backstory.
And it just happened in the middle of a fight. It did not inform anything. It did not tell me really anything about her. And then the next arc was just the final arc, and she is just murdered. And nothing is made of it.
And something is made of it.
And then they are just both reincarnated as
at the
bakers,
perfect time.
And they're both married. Please to be clapping.
Hey, you know all these characters, they're still in this city for some reason.
Dude, it is.
Now, this is way worse than Naruto. As far as everybody hooking up in the generation.
Yes.
This is way
This
worse.
is absolutely worse because not only everybody hooks up, they all reincarnate around the same time. I can imagine post-war time, you get a husband or a wife, you get and all the kids are around the same age. That's whatever. You like, I'm a ninja, I don't know how long I'm gonna last, I'm gonna pump out some kids.
But
That's
this
fine.
is
This is reincarnation.
This is 5 generations removed from the people we know.
And they are all just, they look the same, so you can instantly go, oh my goodness, that's this universe's Nezuko and Tanjiro and everybody. They look the same, but a lot of them act the same. For some reason, Goku is there. Even though he died so much longer, there's no indication of that he had a child. Maybe it's his brother. Who knows?
Yeah, it was probably his brother.
Maybe just spirit. Who knows? Who cares? This is very poor.
Please clap.
And I can't wait for the turn to happen.
It's not gonna
but
happen.
It's not gonna happen.
Dragon Ball
because
turn.
people will always clap for this. People will always point to it and go, whatever you say, it's still the highest gross on war. There you go. It beat One Piece. On what merit?
I don't give that it beats One Piece.
On this
merit.
I do
not care.
And I took a picture of this just to have a talking point.
We're almost done, so get ready with your questions.
So the anime premiered in Japan in April 2019. Mm-hmm. And in February 2019, with 14 volumes, it had sold how many volumes?
22.
22 million?
Yes.
3.5 million.
Are you serious?
3.5
with 14 volumes?
With 14 volumes.
It had 3.5 mil?
Yes. I got the numbers right here. 3.5 mil, 14. And then I made sure to just go number of volumes in print, number of copies in print. And these are the sales figures. Feb 2019, 3.5. 10 million as of 2019. And it just increases from there.
Wow.
This anime saved this
it
horrible
absolutely
series.
Did.
It saved it. Because 3.5 is I can't imagine it is very good. That sounds like a bit floundering.
No. So 3.5 million out of 14 volumes. Let's just pump that up to 15 volumes. Cut that into 10. You're talking about 350,000 copies per volume, basically.
That sounds pretty bad.
But that's with 15 volumes. Cut it down, it's probably closer to like 330 copies per volume. It's not great.
It was saved.
And you're doing 4 a year. So that was the 13th volume. So in 3 years, 3.25 years, it has sold 3.5. Then the anime comes out, and 6 months later, it sold another 6.5. So it was doing over 1 million per month because of the anime.
Yep. And then between September and December, it went over from 10 million to 25 million. And then
September to December, so that's 4 months, 15 million.
Then by February 2020, they were over 40 mil.
So 25, another 15 in like 4 months.
May, we're looking at 60. And July, 80.
Jesus. That anime saved the
It's
balls
ridiculous.
off of this.
It's ridiculous. This is the luckiest mangaka in history. I will hear no word from it. Toriyama was already a millionaire before Dragon Ball with Dr. Slump. He didn't need this.
And Dragon Ball didn't have the stupid big success, and it didn't need it.
And Dragon Ball was actually good. This is not good. At least you got the spark of something good in Dragon Ball. And then you transition over to Z, and it gets poopy. This is the luckiest mangaka in history. They got a great studio. Without that great studio, this would be doing nothing because the flaws would become so apparent. They wouldn't be looking like, oh my goodness, pretty. They'd be looking like, why isn't Nezuko talking? People wouldn't be sitting here trying to defend this crap. Sad backstories and crap clapping. No. Look at what's going on instead of seeing what's going on. This is a really bad manga.
Yes.
And I'm sick of it. I want no part of it. I don't want Demon Slayer 2. I don't want, oh my goodness, this was the manga's intended ending. Look at this. No. This is bad.
The Schneider cut of the manga.
Yeah, no, kill that noise. It's bad. It's really, really bad. And I want somebody to try to defend this.
It's pretty.
Give me one of them Bleach debate people for
pretty.
Demon Slayer.
It's pretty.
Give me.
Pretty.
I want to eviscerate people with this.
Wow.
This pisses me off. That something this good is so popular because
So bad.
It's so bad. Sorry.
Yeah.
Because it speaks to the population.
Yes.
It speaks to the people. This is what they want.
Now, I would have no problem with that if people were just like, I really like it.
I really like
but
it.
There's so many videos. It's just like the greatness of
masterpiece, work of art. I'll read off a couple of these in titles.
Oh yeah, listen up, people, because these are potential revisiteds coming.
Ain't no potential at all.
I
I'll do it by myself if I gotta.
I don't know if we can hit all of those and more that we're gonna be looking up. That's my only point.
Demon Slayer is a work of art. The glory of shonen's newest masterpiece. What's so great about Demon Slayer? A kinder kind of shonen. What makes Demon Slayer a masterpiece? The brilliance of Demon Slayer. The point of Demon Slayer. Demon Slayer and refining the shonen formula. Why Demon Slayer is amazing. The glory of one Zappy boy. That's Zenitsu, and that's by our boy Nuxtaku. Demon Slayer is outstanding. Unraveling Demon Slayer's quote-unquote flat protagonist. And 6 reasons why Demon Slayer is so popular. This is how people are talking about this terrible series like. Give me these arguments. Tell me why it's good. You say you like it, I shake your hand, firm handshakes all around, and I'm peacing out. You do whatever you do. You say it's good, we fighting. This is terrible. I'm so pissed.
Let's see if we can lighten up that
And
mood.
and I know Jujutsu Kaisen isn't going to do this to me because you say that there's good stuff in it.
Oh, way good stuff in this.
This is the absence of good. This is active bad. And both of those are a problem. Either one would be fine, but both combined are a problem. If this was, I'm going into this, I'm like, yo, this is super popular. What if it's amazing? Or what if it's like My Hero where it takes a while before I realize, yo, this is kind of trash. What if I really start to like this thing? Because I'm going in like, okay, maybe we can get some videos out of this because it's super popular.
Mm-hmm. But no.
I'm like, at the worst, maybe it'll just be middling and we can do a quick little because reasons about it, good and bad, and we just firm handshakes all around and we peace out. But this is really, really bad. That's all.
Rex asks, what do we think of Trigun? Love Trigun. Faster Stampede or the Ingwe?
Yeah, Trigun was one of those things where it will come on Adult Swim, and that'd be one of those things where it just comes on and I catch an episode or two again. But that I went back and actually watched all of it, as opposed to something like Cowboy Bebop, where I did not go back and watch all of it. I just went, I know what I know, and that's fine. But with Trigun, I was like, I'd like the context. I've edited it a couple times. Vash is a really good one. The dub is really good. Johnny Young Boshing it up. I wouldn't say that it's one of my favorite things of all time,
Definitely.
but I recognize its quality.
Koski loves Bamboo Blade.
Yo, get in there! That stuff was really good, and that's another one of those series where nobody's talking about it, and I'll fly the flag all up and down the street, but everybody just walks by. So, the people that know, they know. And thumbs up all around for beating Bamboo Blade.
Some would say Kenichi got better after the crazy stuff. I would agree mostly with it. I'll tell you exactly when Kenichi got bad. When one of the masters was supposed to die and they did not. And it became horrible. No, that's it.
No, keep talking. I don't have my drink.
Burning up. Yeah, that's when it became terrible. Because a lot of times you could believe roughly what was going on, even if you suspend your disbelief a little bit. But it's just like, no, you are dead, and now you are not.
Grabbing my leg.
Sitting cross-legged will do that to you. So yeah, I was just like, done.
Get back up.
How did y'all feel about some of the character deaths? Some of them were done good, some were done horrible.
I really like, like I said, I really like the Earth Hashira, where he goes, don't waste that healing stuff on me. I'm already dead. Use it on somebody else. I'm like, I like you. The Scar dude, we never really learned anything about him.
Yeah.
I don't even think he was a fighter, really. I think they mentioned that, like, he's not a fighter. He just has all the tacticians and stuff like that. That was a bad one. Love, I didn't even realize that she died. I'm like, what injuries did she sustain? Maybe it was in a big spread panel where she got stabbed or whatever. Snake, whatever. The brother of the wind dude.
That was cool.
That was fine. Miss dude. He sacrificed himself, and I'm a sucker for sacrifices. We done? That's it?
Yeah. The dude that was just like holding the sword and just like, I'm not and letting it go even though I'm cut in half. What did we think of the pillars? There's only like maybe 3 worth liking.
I like the loved one's personality. I wish we would have gotten more of it. We didn't.
But then it's all muddled with this love crap.
Yeah.
I mean the actual love thing with the snake dude and her and Anita Man's.
Yeah, but the personality itself was whatever.
Okay.
Snake, screw him. Earth, love him. The other water guy, whatever. Sound is fine. I like Sound.
I love Sound.
I wouldn't put him into my I like this character thing. Rangoku, he likes him. I love him. And is that it? I think that's it. It's probably missing 1 or 2, but who really cares?
If we forget, then there was no point in ever
because
talking
they all
about
just dropped.
Which is worse, Friendship Power or Talk No Jutsu? Friendship. Talk No Jutsu made sense for 2 of the 3 times it worked.
If we're talking about Naruto, it's all about if it's done properly. Because bits and pieces of the Naruto Talk No Jutsu was done fine.
And Friendship Power was done well in One Piece, where it's just like, well, now we know what Robin's about. Let's and get this done.
The only reason why Luffy got up was because Usopp told him to, and that's basically a friendship power. If we're talking fairy tale, it's the worst. If we're talking like,
I'm just going with the worst of Talk No Jutsu and the worst of friendship, and the worst of friendship is the worse than the worst of Talk No Jutsu.
I would probably say, yeah, probably friendship, because it solves fights and you don't really get any character stuff. At least with Talk No Jutsu, you can get some character talky stuff. But with friendship power, it's just You just got to do this.
My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer? My Hero because there was good in it.
Yes. I could pop on an episode of My Hero. There are various characters that I like. I still love All Might.
Gentle is one of my favorite characters.
Did you see the
dude? I listen to every second.
Goodness!
I listen to every second.
Dude is nuts. So Gentle was the newest DLC in One's Justice 2, and they got the dub of it, and there's just a whole bunch of new dub lines of Gentle, like introductions and
with LeBron.
Dude is honey. This dude is insane. I'm like, can we get him doing like a YouTube video or something? Cause he's amazing as Gentle.
So yes, that series gave me Gentle. So
yeah, I love All Might, Himiko. There's
Twice.
I love the villain invasion arc. I don't think it ever gets as bad as Demon Slayer gets.
Disagree.
Oh boy.
I think the best of Demon Slayer is better than some of the worst of My Hero.
What's the best of Demon Slayer? The Train?
I would go Train. Hey, you mean to tell me there's nothing in My Hero? This current arc right now is not worse than the Train.
What happened this last chapter? I just read it. Because I was just like, I didn't read My Hero.
Okay, so the lady was chasing him. All Might was there. I remember that part.
I like that part. I'm like, All Might, yeah. I'm a all mark.
It was something about unlocking a power.
What the happened? Okay, yeah. He did like there's a lot of people like comparing it to Gear Second, the poses and everything. And
I remember that
looking
part,
up. Yep. I saw that. I'm like, oh boy, that is kind of. And then he sort of outsmarted her and shot up. But something else happened in there where I was just like, ooh, stinky. But I don't exactly remember. So whatever. We'll just say it was not good because it wasn't.
What do you think of Dragon Quest 12? Dragon Quest, I know Gavin loves it, bro. It's boring. They're so uninteresting as games. With this being the A tier for worst shonen, A or S?
A or S. I will fight for S. I don't know if this is emotional because I'm very emotional and I'll probably calm down a little bit later, but I'm fighting for S.
It started off bad and it got worse. Did it start off good, then go bad, or did it start out bad and keep going?
It started off whatever and got bad and got worse. And there was I fought to think of a good arc. He had to remind me of this dumb little 3-4 episode arc that was basically a fight and a character that I liked. And that was my best arc. It's not good. And I defy people to tell me why it is. Other than pretty. I can't wait till we start getting to these Demon Slayer videos and they just start yelling pretty. Because that's all it is.
Thought on Tokyo Revengers. Have not started reading it yet. Somebody else recommended it to us. I will start reading it fairly soon. But I'm trying to get through like 3 or 4 other things before I get to it. You guys excited for Totally Not Mark getting to the end?
I'm foaming at the mouth. Foaming. At the last this won't come out for a week or so but we just did a Demon Slayer video and we talked for like 15 for Revisited and we talked for like 15-20 minutes and Totally Not Mark got brought up and we looked at like the first minute of his Greed Island Part 1 and this dude got so angry at something that he said and he's like, do we have to do the Chimera? And I'm like, I will do it without you. I'm doing the Chimera Antart. It's up to you if you want to join me. But yes, it will be because we said in the end of that episode, it's like that's coming up. Whenever he drops it,
we will do it.
We dropping what we doing and we recording. Because I can't wait for this. This is gonna be so money. Because he's been stinking it up with all these other ones.
Yeah, Green Island from the literal minute and a half I heard. Stinkeroo. Everything great about Demon Slayer. We'll probably do that.
We're absolutely gonna do that. It's in the list.
Maybe we'll do it like right before. You want to do it tomorrow? Right before, and then we can drop the My Hero after.
Didn't you just say we didn't want to inundate people with too much Demon Slayer?
I understand that, but I don't want to do the everything great about Demon Slayer right before a Demon Slayer video. Mm-hmm. I would rather do that and then do a My Hero, a Demon Slayer. Then we got 2 videos before the next Demon Slayer, and then we can go into our Naruto month.
I will say this: I do not want to do that.
So,
dude, it's everything great, dude. I can't take that with Demon Slayer, with how I'm feeling right now. I can't do it. I cannot.
But it'll only be anime. Some of the stuff you're really mad at is manga.
Did you hear me in the first episode?
Yes, I heard. It was very mad. I was very mad.
I'm about to unlock my Burning Blood Demon arc. This ain't no joke.
So everything
I don't get mad at stuff. I'm a very calm person.
Yes, you hear us up, but we're not legit mad a lot of the time.
I get frustrated.
Yes.
I get frustrated sometimes.
Irritated,
frustrated, but I very rarely get mad. And Demon Slayer makes me mad.
So everything great about made me mad too.
And everything great about is piss. So it's legit piss. I can't. At least not right now. Let me come down from this Demon Slayer high. Let me get some space in between where I'm just like, oh crap, that did happen.
Everything great about will come,
man.
But it looks like it's not gonna be for a little while.
Oh my
at least
goodness.
a few weeks.
I can't.
Maybe we'll sandwich it in between the 2 non-Demon Slayer revisiteds we do after the next one.
And there's some times where we're just like, hey, what do you want to do? And we'll just be like, yeah, you want to just stream something? And that sometimes we just have that feeling.
Oh yeah, because I've had a feeling for a little while. I'm just too lazy to hook back up my PS5, where I'm just like, I talked about the Zero Time Dilemma, the last 999 Virtue's Last Reward game. I talked about how much I hated it. So I thought, hey, maybe I'll stream it and I'll be able to talk to the stream chat and they'll get me through how much I hate that game and finally finish it.
You know what? I had the exact same thought with Resonance of Fate, just explaining the battle system. Because as I'm playing it, I'm remembering stuff and I'm like, wow, this is really intricate. There's a very high learning curve. To the point where this game came out like two years ago or something. This is the HD 4K version.
Yeah.
It came out like 2 years ago, and it's just like, here's your trophy for beating chapter 6. 15% of people got this trophy. I'm like, oh boy. Ooh.
Yeah, bring it up in here and I'll watch you play it.
Like I said, maybe that's a maybe.
I mean, I could just download it to my PS5 and stuff.
Because it is a very difficult battle system, and once explained and how intricate and how good it is. Because it was that dumb last I think it was even Meme that asked the question of just like, yo, what's a game that's underrated that you wish more people would play? And I said Resonance of Fate, and then as I'm playing, because I'm playing Nier, and I'm like, after the stream happened, I'm like, I'm not enjoying Nier as much as I was like a couple days ago. Why is that? And it was because I was just thinking about Resonance of Fate. So I'm like, I gotta play this in game. So I just downloaded and I'm like, this game is one of the best JRPGs of all time.
So yeah, if he comes, we might start streaming games on our channel, or maybe we'll create. You know what? I do have a gaming channel. Maybe we'll put it over here, but I'm sure you guys would enjoy it on the List Exists channel.
What so. it just be some small explaining what it is, because like I said, it is a very intricate. I looked at this. I'm like, people would not get this out the gate. There's way too much.
I'm one of those people. I played it and I went, I'm not.
There's so much.
No, thank you.
It's so great.
Shaman King.
Look around you. Look beyond. You can make an unbreakable bond. The world around you is not what it seems. Something revealed beyond your wildest. So many things you never did see. So many. I know what it takes to falling on me. Could it be my destiny to be Shaman King? To be Shaman King.
4 kids.
If your spirit is strong, you could be the one. And it's just like a sick guitar for like 10 seconds. Yeah, I really like Shaman King. I don't know how much. I need to reread it definitely because I read it back in the times where it was just like I finished off Dragon Ball and I'm slowly like expanding my horizons.
Yeah, it was like the Naruto and era.
And if something does more than Dragon Ball, it's like, oh my goodness, this is great. Characters are doing stuff. Everybody got unique powers. I remember really liking it, and my little brother likes it, and he talked to me about it, and I was remembering stuff like, yo, that was pretty good. I definitely need to rewatch it. This anime, I might poke my head in. Might poke my head in on that. It's got some really good animation. It looks like, and they say it's gonna be faithful. There's a couple characters I really don't like. I hate that they changed Choco Love's lips. If this is what it was, if it's just this racist stereotype, let him be a big old Choco monkey.
I understand.
Just do it. Just do it.
I understand.
Just do it. Artist integrity. Don't change.
I understand, but my God, Aisha was racist-ish, and they went, we cannot allow this. We can't be international talking about black people just got better muscles, so we can't do nothing. And it's like, mother, we can, no. Moist Critical, liked it. You know, it's funny. Before you guys told me about Moist Critical, I had never heard of him, and now I've seen like 5-6 things of his name popping up on stuff.
He got the big old African skirt. Where here's what he was before.
Wow.
You know what? Looking at the picture, maybe it is. You know what? Yeah, they toned down the big old eyes. He still got the nose. They shortened it. You know what? You know what? Maybe, yeah, okay. All right, yeah, no, just
they got
change it. Yeah, that's fine. I reversed it. Wow.
Yeah, that's bad.
Just a minstrel show.
We done regressed 400 years.
He's shucking and jiving. All right. Well, okay.
Check out some video on the game called Barbarian on YouTube. I'll do that. I'm always looking for games to play. What are your thoughts on Shibuya arc in Jujutsu Kaisen? I hated it, and I'll tell you why I hate it. I love the kids, and I love their smaller stakes, and I do not like Gojo. And because of that, it's just like, hey, everything revolves around Gojo. If he gets captured, if he gets killed, that's just it for the world. He's so strong. He's so awesome. He's so cool. No, I like when there's small things, because there's a moment during it where they're in a little cafe and they spill a drink on Gojo's shirt and they flash back to it and it's just like, it's a funny scene. I'm like, my God, I love this. And then they go right back to the fighting. And I could not care less. Critical also love Hunter x Hunter trash. When did My Hero get bad? What a great question. I can tell you when I stopped liking it as much as I did, and that was during the Mafia arc. But when did it get bad?
It had really bad things within it, and it's sort of like a death of 1,000 cuts.
Mm-hmm.
The My Villain thing was good. I think it ran on a little long.
I think it ended terribly.
It also ended poorly. I also do not care about big monster coming into town. Kill that noise. Don't need it. I think like right after that, it went into the hospital.
I think so.
I think this right here is when it definitively got like, yo, I'm not really feeling everything in My Hero looking back, because it was always not even always. It was for me, Bakugo got really bad around the Jiro thing, where she's doubting herself and Bakugo's like, buck up, we gotta do this. I'm like, this is Jiro's arc. Why do we need Bakugo to tell everybody to buck up? Kill that noise. That's when I started disliking Bakugo, and it went down and down from there. So every time Bakugo gets more and more stuff, I'm like, yo, what are we doing with everybody else? So when he gets the big triangle of going with Endeavor with Todoroki and Deku, you go, of course it's Bakugo. I said this in an episode, probably the lost episode, but like, what if it was like Mina, Deku, and Ida? Like, what would their dynamic be like? How would they bounce off of each other? That seems kind of fun. But we got these same three people with this same three dynamic.
I can tell you when it got really bad for me, when it started focusing on Hawks. That's when I started feeling like, oh no, I'm not going to be into this. Mm-hmm. And after that, there's a few things that happen that are pretty good. But for the most part, it's just like, the time I felt like I do not want to read this weekly anymore was the end of the war arc. Where the end of the thing, let's go get the lab.
In the middle of that. Once they're flying in the sky and I'm like,
that's what I mean.
I guess this just passed me by.
And I'm just like, dang, I just do not want to read this weekly
where's Miracle? Bring back Bunny Girl.
Like, it's so sad that this dude loves Mirio so much. And Mirio appears and he goes, okay, and
he just appears out of nowhere. I go, and it's a big last couple pages spread, and it's like, oh my goodness, Mirio's back. I go, this means nothing, and I love him so much, but it's just it's meaningless because it's just been squandered. This clearly isn't what you're gonna focus on. Because right after he does that, he does one more thing, and it goes back to the Baku show. And then, oh my goodness, here comes Todoroki. Because of course.
It's always those three.
And so yeah, there's no like hard when it got bad, death of 1,000 cuts, but definitely the hospital stuff.
Is where the start with
Post Miracle. Because once she stops fighting, I'm like, she was amazing. Can we please go back to her? Yo! Himiko and Oraka? Oh, half a chapter, huh?
And that was a good half a chapter.
Okay.
Oh, twice died and Himiko off panel killed like 19 people? Cool.
Okay. I guess this is where your attentions lie.
What was your favorite episode of Revisited outside of DSP? That in Fairy Tail one we did.
The second Fairy Tail, absolutely.
Of Catch 'em All Saw.
Yeah.
One of the funniest things we've done.
Just hits a minute. We were dying because it was one of those. This is random. This is unstructured, so we can be as loose as possible. So we're just talking and laughing. It was also a very bad video, so that also helps. But it was hilarious. I've listened to that like 4 or 5 times.
Legit.
It's very good. I enjoy that episode quite a lot.
What do you think of Dragon Quest: The Adventure of Dai OP? Is that the one where they're doing? Are they remaking it in like 2D HD? Because it looks interesting. It looks a lot like what was that game everybody loves? Because I'm in the middle of playing it. I can't remember the big 2D sprite game that everybody loved. That Mike kept saying to play. He kept telling you to play it.
Me?
Yeah. Kept telling you.
2D sprites?
Oh my god. Okay, I'm going to my Xbox.
Hey, you're playing it?
Yeah, Game Pass. It's a JRPG.
JRPG, big sprites. Mike kept telling me to play it. I didn't listen clearly.
It might even be on my Steam wishlist still, or maybe I took it off. Octopath Traveler.
Octopath.
There we go.
Yo, I got that right in my room.
So yeah, it looks very much like Octopath. So I'm interested in it. What's your favorite Sonic soundtrack?
Can you feel sunshine? Does it brighten up your day? Great song.
It's either Sonic Adventure 2 or it's maybe Sonic 2. It's one of those two.
Have we read the new My Hero chapter? Yes, but we don't remember anything. Let me look it up and see exactly what happened.
Yeah, while you're doing that, have you played any Sonic games? I have played almost every Sonic game in existence. I love Sonic. Growing up, I was more of a Sega kid than a Nintendo kid. So I had a lot of the Sega consoles, and Sonic f***ing loved it. Sonic Adventure 2 is probably my most played game of all time. Or not Sonic Adventure 2, Sonic 2.
All Might.
All Night, all right.
All right. Attacking, smoke screen, attacking. Oh my goodness, you're one of the people inside of me. Pause. Third Fajin. Yeah, that's something. She's floating. She's doing stuff. Bang, bang. And I got her. How very interesting.
Can I just say how much I love and hate this Bell thing in our group chat?
The Bell thing makes me laugh so hard. No, dude, I did it first.
No, I'm talking about this right here.
Yeah, no, I did that.
You did that?
Yeah, that was my bell.
Okay.
Look. Because if you do the bell yourself, you can't redo it. Yeah, that was me. See? That was me first, dude. That bell thing kills me. Who do you think did the bell in your first comment?
Terrible.
That was me.
Ring the bell, everybody.
It kills me, dude.
Have you read One Punch Man? Yes, I really like One Punch Man. I was surprised by it because it's one of those super popular things. And a lot of the time, those tend to be overblown. And I'm just like, I don't understand the whole it critiques heroes thing, but I do like it as just a straight up manga.
Maybe you're not looking for it, so you don't get it.
I don't need to look for things to get them.
Yes, you do. That's how it works.
Cool.
Themes. As far as me with One Punch Man, I watched like 4 or 5 episodes. Didn't get into it.
Read the manga, I'm telling you.
Yeah, maybe not, but the whole repetition of the one joke over and over again, and when I thought they were gonna not do the one joke, it was actually a dream, and I went, all right.
Oh no,
I'm not laughing the first time.
I don't remember that in the manga. That might have been an anime thing. Definitely read the manga.
It was early.
Definitely read the manga.
Whatever, doesn't matter.
You should watch Kamen Rider Phase. I think you may like it. I'll check it out. Did your opinion change about Zenitsu?
It got worse.
It got actively worse.
Yeah, it did change. I thought he was bad, and now I think he's terrible.
Mark Love's gone. Of course he does.
Of course he does, because he's a bum. It's an easy thing to like.
Can you make a Hunter x Hunter Nin video next?
We got a couple videos of just like explaining. We already did like an explaining Nin video, didn't we? It was like the beauty of Nin, the greatest
it was
shonen, whatever fart video that was. I'm always down for some Hunter x Hunter. My biggest thing is I don't want to overload you guys with the same things over and over, because I understand that people don't like certain things. They don't. Some people might like a Hunter x Hunter, and like I don't like them trashing my Hunter x Hunter. So we try to at least vary it a little bit outside of the months.
Yeah, and Demon Slayer, because it's so new for us, we're just pumping them out. We've got like 3 or 4 that we're gonna do, and after that, we're chilling on it for a little bit. The next video we have is a My Hero video, and the video after that is a Demon Slayer. Maybe we will fit a Hunter x Hunter up in there, but
yes, we will.
I'm talking about. Oh yeah, we got the.
Yes, we will.
Right. Right. So we need the last one before we get to Naruto month. The last thing we're gonna do, because we got the other Demon Slayer we're gonna do. Play Caligula Effect Overdose. I've already played it. Battle of His Wheels will be wow, so pretty.
I can't do it. I can't. No, I can't do that.
And they were a person in another show.
Dude, no. No.
Oh, I'm about to download it. I'm about to play it on stream for just like couple points and just see what it would be like.
Dude.
Let's listen to this.
Go back so I can hit a question while you're doing that.
Yeah, go ahead. Indie game. Oh, I've heard of that indie game. Play some Jump Force.
Okay, we'll talk about Jump Force. So Jump Force. Oh, that's very, very good timing there. So, me and him, like, what was it, like a year and a half ago?
It might have been even longer. It might have been closer to 2, whatever it was.
So, our friend played Jump Force on stream, and he hated it. It was trash, of course. But he said that it was really, really fun to just trash. Because people were making, like, Luffy had this constantly angry face, and people would just float up into the sky crap like that. So me and him tried to sit there and play it. Was it you or me that actively fell asleep?
I think it was you.
Because
It might have been me. I don't remember.
You probably both of us at separate times. Because it was boring. That story mode is trash.
Now, you see us sitting here. We can sit here and talk about something and make each other laugh and everything and have fun. That's why usually when we play games for streams and uploading content, we do it together because we can bounce off each other off of almost anything. We had nothing for that. We had nothing.
And I think you were watching like, yo, we can't release this. It was... So as far as the story mode goes, I like the specials. I think the specials are quite flashy. Some of the art styles that make some people look very weird. Deku's hair doesn't look right. Some people's faces are like either round or angular, things like that. So the art style is hit or miss. The gameplay is absolutely terrible. I'm like, this game would be good for like, man, what, like a couple of rounds and then you peace out. So yeah, it'd probably be good for people who don't play a whole lot of things and just want to see All Might beat up on Asta. That's the market. But yeah, as far as that goes, it's an arena fighter, so those are always just, you got some good ones and you got some bad ones. So we will not be playing that.
Yeah,
there's still like tournaments and tier lists and crap going on. I'm like,
all the time, and there's still DLC being released.
Seriously, I'm like, there's a meta to this game.
All right, throw on headphones real quick. Let's watch a couple of these just to see what it was like.
Skip
oh yeah,
to the middle.
no, I'm not doing the beginning because we're gonna do this eventually for real.
48 on episode 3.
This awesome looking effect.
No, okay, cut it off. Cut it off.
We got one. We got one. We got one, dude.
One more. One more.
Let me skip ahead a little bit then. We got one.
Perfect timing.
Holy.
His character's high quality morality by his simple facial reactions at times like
Oh
these.
my god. I can't.
We didn't even get to that one for real.
I can't. No. No. I'll see y'all in a couple months on that one. Dude. We're not doing this. Not him. Come on. Oh.
Oh, dude, that's gonna be so fun.
Dude, it absolutely is not.
When you play Near Replicant, that's this kid.
Yeah, definitely. I just need to get the stink of Resonance of Fate off of me so that I can learn to enjoy other games. 'Cause right now, this is just ruling my life.
4 kids had heater opening. Some of them did.
Yes, some of them did. I think the Winx Club was pretty good as well. I don't know why, but that's sticking.
You
in my
already
mind.
saw my feeling on the One Piece.
Sonic X. Come on,
Sonic
tell me
X
that
was
ain't
played.
a banger. Tell me that
Gotta
ain't,
go fast.
sit there and tell me that ain't 5 stars.
Gotta go faster, Sonic. Yeah, that's
legit. Will you read Shaman King Flowers and other Shaman King spinoff mangas? Yeah, definitely once I reread it. Right now, next up, I'm doing is Jujutsu Kaisen because basically I forced him to read Demon Slayer. I'm just returning the favor by going Jujutsu Kaisen. After that, it's a toss up of what I'm gonna do. Probably gonna be Shaman King. I don't really have anything else that I want to read right now. There's a couple things I need to catch up on.
How do you feel about discussing things as far as media goes? Like, we watched Grotesque. How did you feel about the Grotesque? Were you cool with it?
Did we watch Grotesque?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we did. And somebody was chained up and had their penis cut off.
Yeah.
And the nipples as well. As far as media goes, I'm absolutely fine with it. Real life, nah.
Okay. Definitely try to look up and read Dead Tube then.
Okay.
It's disgusting. Okay. But I'm into depraved stuff sometimes. So
yeah. I was reading. There was this really messed up manga called not manga. It was a comic called Crossed. Have you ever heard? I think
I've heard of that.
Yeah, that is. It's basically zombies, but they've got their human tendencies, but all they want to do is kill and. So they're just like rip off that baby's arms and the socket and things like that. It's legitimate.
That sounds amazing.
It is really, really messed up in parts, but it's an anthology.
Uh-huh. So yeah, I mean, never mind. Don't even tell me no more.
It's there's some stories that are just like, this is great storytelling, and there's some things that are just like, this is unreadable slog.
There's what is believed to be the worst manga in history as far as depraved stuff. And Brittany was like, hey, can you read this for me so I can just know how bad it is? I think I got through 2 chapters and I said, I'm not reading a single panel more of this. It was horrific. Oh my God, that was terrible. I'll try to remember it sometime in case you... But boy, I would not recommend it in the slightest. Thought on Monster.
The Nicki Minaj song? It's pretty good.
I love... Monster. It's not even a Nicki Minaj song. It's a Kanye West song featuring Nicki Minaj.
Oh, just blow me up on stream. Why don't you?
Yeah, I love Monster. What was it? Johan. And love him as a villain. I love the Doctor. Ending was a little for me, but I enjoyed it enough. I just saw my thing pop just in case. People co-sign Critical in 2021. Yeah, but. Still surprised My Hero didn't really talk too much about teams and dynamic duos. Yeah, there isn't a lot of teams and dynamic duos talked about. I never thought about that. They still don't have enough of just the regular hero stuff like volunteering and saving.
Yeah, because when they were just like, this was All Might's sidekick, I went, oh, of course he would have a sidekick. He's All Might.
Yeah.
So stuff like that, it's not really explained. It's not really like, oh, don't go work for Endeavor. He doesn't really care about people. He cares. There's not enough actual hero stuff. And we talk a lot about this in the upcoming My Hero video that's coming up. It's, who's that bastard? Mother's Basement. Why is My Hero good? Terrible video. Terrible.
So great or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was not
so yeah, we talk about that, but yeah, they don't do the world. It's very poor world building. Just like with the America stuff, I go, I guess there's America heroes, and there's heroes all around the world, and they have their own rankings. But it was never explored, so you just would have to think like, oh, All Might is the world's hero, but then it doesn't make sense that all top 10 heroes would be in Japan. Mm-hmm. So yeah.
Y'all had people call us elitists or in the comments or Twitter. Funny enough, no. I've never had somebody just say you're an elitist person.
Because we can really explain why we like and dislike some stuff. We're not like other people that just go, this is good, and then move on. Because there's a lot of that
We're not turning our nose down at somebody like Demon Slayer. Like, hey, you like Demon Slayer? Yeah, no. Let me explain to you why it's so horrible.
We try to get into conversations with people.
Yes.
Like, why do you... We get so many comments of people just going, y'all suck. And we'll go, why do we suck? Y'all so wrong. Y'all strawman. And I'm like, why? Explain yourself so we can talk about this. We don't dismiss them. We don't block them. It's
if nothing else, they delete their own comments. Yeah. I've had 3 people delete comments on me, dude. Like, and we're just talking. Like, so we haven't had that yet. Yeah, Octopath Traveler. Yes, Sonic Kid. My God, I was a Sonic Kid.
Is that Chris?
Yes. Chris saying a funny thing about Catch 'em All Saw. He follows me on Twitter.
What?
I cannot believe that. Chris has some weird people following him. He don't do nothing. Why do you have that?
He's a Pokemon man, so maybe he responded, and some people just follow you and then mute you.
Yeah. I've had stuff like that before. Thought on Promised Neverland. It's on my next thing to read. Like, I'm reading Watamote now, and I've caught up on all the super popular stuff I wanted to catch up on. Promised Neverland is the next thing I want to read.
How many?
I'm only like 7 deep. It's funny though.
Yeah, it lives and dies on Tomoko. She's so great. She's
awful.
She's awful. She's
awful.
A terrible person. But there's moments that I just feel so heartbreakingly bad for her. Now I'm like, you are a bad person, but you are a victim of your own bull crap. Climb out of it, please. Stop being like that. As far as Promised Neverland for me, I heard that it got a really, really bad ending.
That's what I want.
And
Delicious.
I'm always wary of things like that because that feels like a waste of my time if it ends so poorly. If it ends bad, whatever. But I've heard just like, yo, this ruins stuff.
Delicious. Bro, I just seen someone say that Marineford is worse than 4 Shinobi World War and 1,000 Year Blood War because it doesn't have any one-on-one.
Okay, sure. Yeah, I guess.
Wow, that's probably the worst take I've ever seen.
Yeah, somebody's bumping Hanzo Hazashi versus whatever poison bastard he fought. Somebody's bumping that. Okay, sure. You sitting there telling me that Gentaki and Kentaki are good versus just Darui? Darui? You telling me that that's good? With Kizaru just like, what a pretty bird. As he's facing off the #1 commander in the Whitebeard Pirates, he calls him a pretty bird? Come on!
Luffy holding the log is one of my favorite manga images ever against the 3 admirals. And you're telling me that's not as good as some piece of gotta fighting his dad or whatever? I don't give a shit.
And
somebody, 1,000 Year Blood War?
And somebody took that image and just goes, look at the 3 admirals, and it tells you everything about their personalities. Akainu's got his hands at the ready, balled up. Kizaru's got he's just like very relaxed and Akainu's got his hands in his pockets. It tells you, Aokiji. It tells you so much about these people. Yeah, oh, it's such a good image. Marine. Oh my God. The 1,000 Year Blood War. All right, Nanao and her Godslayer sword. Sure, that's what we talking about here.
Have you seen the Fate series? I always wanted to, but I get conflicting reports of where to start. And then they're just like, you don't need to watch this series, but you need to watch this. And watch that OVA, but don't watch that movie. And and I'm just like...
one of our friends really like it. Ralph really likes it.
Yeah, I know.
So yeah, it's... oddly enough, the animators for this UFO table, whatever it's called, they also do the Fate series sometimes.
Okay.
Pretty.
Thoughts on Sonic Colors Ultimate? I've always said Sonic Colors is one of the more underrated Sonic games. I don't know what's going to be ultimate about it. I don't even know if they really showed it off, but I'm interested in it. What is your rating for Hunter x Hunter? Hunter x Hunter is mostly middling, and then it gets really bad.
There's like maybe 1 or 2 amazing things in Hunter x Hunter. There's a couple of good things, a lot of middling, a lot of bad, and a lot of terrible. And,
probably like a 5 for me.
Yeah, if I'm being emotional, maybe 4.5.
Yeah,
but logical, it's like a 5. Where did we have it in the rankings? Was it?
I think it was A.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah, I will put it about that. I think it was at the lower
probably
end of
not,
A.
Though we're bummed, so we probably put it in A.
No, it was definitely A. Okay. It was at the lower end of A though, because Naruto moved up, and I think My Hero moved up. Have you read any of the Madoka Magica mangas and why you hate the series so much in detail? And have you watched Madoka Record? I haven't read that or watched it.
Madoka Magica, the manga? No, I have not read it.
Why do you hate it so much?
Why do I hate it so much?
Yeah, let me go piss while you do that.
It's just not very good. It's a lot
of the whole subversionist narrative.
A lot of people praise it for the episode 3, the big twist and the darkness. A lot of people just go, yo, you thought it was going to be happy, pretty stuff, and it's actually really dark. And that's about where the conversation ends. I know a lot of people, for most people, not everybody, there are people that are going great characters, but Mami, she's whatever, Sayako, the red hair chick, they're mostly just whatever. It's really just Madoka and I can't remember what the black hair chick is. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, that's how I feel about it. It just didn't really do anything for me. I just watched it. I kind of like, there was a couple of twists. I don't know. Somebody might not have watched it and want to watch it. There's a couple of twists where I'm like, yeah, that's pretty good. But for the most part, it's just whatever. I don't really hate it. I would never it's not even like really revisitable. Because people would just go, yo, it's dark. I mean, yeah, it's dark. Yo, these things happen. Yeah, they do. It's not particularly good.
I would like to
bad.
look at somebody that talks about the deconstructionist nature of it.
Definitely, because we did get a little bit of that in one of those videos that was just like Evangelion and Motto Command.
It was an eye patch wolf.
Yeah. It definitely it gets a lot of praise for that.
The Jump Force roster, trash. I've always said people ask for an Arc System Works Jump versus game. Their characters are usually about 19 to even shorter. It's probably closer to 17 to like 22. Give me 22 characters for an Arc System Works Jump versus game and have it be a satisfying roster.
Yes.
Impossible.
Yes.
Even with 40 characters, it's almost impossible. Because you got to look at the Titans like One Piece, Naruto, and Dragon Ball, and Demon Slayer. Even if you give them those four alone, that's 16. You've got 24 slots left for all of Shonen. Y'all don't want that.
Yeah. They did something like that with, what was that? Jump J-Stars plus Ultra, whatever.
You're talking about J-Star's Victory versus.
Yeah. It was a pretty healthy roster. Plus, with the lower people, they were just summons. So there was a Sket Dance summon, and I was very happy about that. It's very difficult. I trust that they can do the multiple people and their multiple odd abilities, because there are some people that are just outrageous in Guilty Gear. You got this dude that can just float up pool cues and pool balls, and he's one of the most fun people that I've ever played in any game. Terrible with them, but they just made this pool dude, and they made him amazing and fun. It's very odd how that works.
What's crazy is that Marineford is better than both wars with 31 chapters, while they both are over 200
Was
chapters.
it really 31 chapters? That's a short one.
Yeah, it's not a very long.
Really?
From the second they get there, yeah.
Yeah, maybe I'm thinking about just the anime where they were just
stretching it. And 34 episodes.
31. That's pretty short. Huh. There's a lot of stuff that happened in those 31 then. Didn't really think about it like that.
Thoughts on Yasuke, which is the Black Samurai? I've yet to watch it, but man, I have heard horrible things.
Oh, really?
Horrible things.
Oh, I thought that people would be bumping it.
They wanted to bump it, and they went, it's not allowing me because it's so trash.
What's the studio? Is it a
Couldn't
bad
even
studio?
tell
Bad
you.
adaptation?
Couldn't even tell you. All I know is people are not bumping that boy.
I know the dude that played L in the live action Death Note. He plays Yasuke, so at least you got a good voice actor there, because I really like that L. It's very odd. You know what? I haven't really seen anything about it.
Nope.
I remember when it was first coming out, people were like, yo, Black Samurai! And nothing else. Huh.
Yeah.
Okay, then.
That's why.
Huh. I guess it's just trash then. All right.
Ain't Dio in one scene of Jump Force and that's it? I wouldn't know, because I never got that far.
Yes, he is. I saw somebody review the storyline, and he just pops up, fights, and then just pieces out. There's also one other character that does that, and I can't remember who
Probably
it is.
Light.
Light is in there. Have you played the Kill la Kill game? Absolutely. I really like the storyline. I like that they got the dub cast back. It was sort of like a dream what if sort of thing. Like if one or two things changed in the storyline, this is what it diverges. The fighting system isn't really that deep. It's pretty good for an arena though. Not a huge roster. It looks pretty. I think I bought it for like $15, $20, and I was happy with my purchase.
This is when we were watching the video. Anime Wiz is good. Y'all need to stop playing the complex moral conundrums they go through. You just don't understand.
All right, we timing him or what? What do we don't need power. We don't need you.
Cross had some neat chapters. The one with the dude gaining clarity was neat.
Yes, that was a good one. There was also one where it was a hippie and the biker dude and the parent that were traveling around the country. I love that one. You can hop in anywhere. I would recommend that one.
Mm-hmm.
That one is fantastic.
I mean, I'm a Twilight Zone boy. I'll hop into anything.
Yeah,
anywhere.
like I can look at it and recommend you the good ones, and then you can go, all right, I'll hop back in the bad ones, or you can just go throughout it and just get the good with the bad.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, Crossed. If you can take it, it's very, very good.
Yes, if you could take it,
yes.
is a great caveat for things.
It's a lot of good, like little personal. What the do we do? And it's like if anything gets on you, their blood, spit,
anything,
snot, vomit, piss, crap, anything gets on you, you're turning.
Dang.
So it's really, really bad. So
I do remember Crossed.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm sure if you saw the picture, because it's the picture is very man. You know how you get like
that little lump.
it's really bad. It just comes and goes. Where's?
Oh yes, I remember Crossed.
Yeah, look.
I didn't even need
their
that part.
face.
I needed that. Go back. That.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. So yeah, I totally recommend it. There's some really good, and some of them are like one or two little issues, 1 or 2 or 3 little issues. Some of them are like 10. Some of them are just like it's really, really good if you can take it.
Of course. Mother's Basement doesn't make good videos. You can make more videos on them. So I'm learning more and more just how not good this movie is. One of the things in the My Hero that's coming up, he talks about how he wished more experimental anime would get showcased and people would gravitate towards them more. And it's like, you've got a huge platform to showcase some of them, but you're not. You're talking about, My Hero is kind of hype. It doesn't deserve all the hype, but it deserves some of it. But you got like 5, 7, 10 videos on it. Where's the one video for that anime you talked about?
Yeah.
But it's not going to bring in the views and the money. So
he's not going to talk about it.
So you're not going to talk about it. Favorite Studio Ghibli movie. Here's some anime card revoked. I have never seen a single Studio Ghibli movie. Not a single one.
Big same. Sorry. I haven't. I don't have anything against it.
Nothing.
I just haven't.
I just haven't gotten up the muster of just going click.
Yeah, that's all it is.
Howling Castle.
You understand how it's moving castle.
How's moving castle?
You understand that it's excuse me, iconic. It's got a lot of fans. People say it's really good.
See, that's an appropriate use of it, though.
Okay. So, but it's never been that just press the button.
Just press the button.
Because, you gotta be in the mood for a Ghibli movie, and
you're gonna get feels and stuff. Like, I love, what's that game? That
Ni no Kuni.
Ni no Kuni. I love Ni no Kuni. I love Ni no Kuni 1 and 2. I love the art style. I love the story. But I just cannot click the button.
Yeah, it's hot as balls in Detroit right now. It seems like a winter cozy, get settled in sort of movie. I ain't trying to be watching and sweating and watching Ghibli. No, sir.
Mother's Basement sold out so fast.
Big time.
Got
popular. He saw dollar signs and he took it. He's
nothing against that.
Yeah, he trans surfs. If that's what you got to do, if that's what you want to do, you do it. But you must realize that you're not good. If you're sitting at home like, yo, I'm making anime videos, I'm having fun, I don't have to work too much, and I'm getting money, you rock it. You do what you gotta do. But I'm not gonna say that you're good. I'm not gonna say that this is quality.
And you have to understand that your passion may not be as high.
Yes. Like I said this in the My Hero video that's coming up. We really shouldn't be doing this because we're just constantly like, yo, this video coming up though. But it seems like he doesn't have passion for My Hero because he speaks in such vagaries.
So, Promised Neverland failed both anime and manga.
So see,
delicious.
Now I heard about the season 2 stuff where they just wholesale cut out characters and moments and an entire arc and everything because it's just like, yeah, this isn't really useful, and people were raging about that. So if I do go to Promised Neverland, it will be manga because
you can't skip.
You're missing context.
Someone told me Natsu uses strategy in fights and proceeded to use examples of Natsu versus Sting and Rogue and against Zancro and Cobra.
They're wrong, and they probably really like Fairy Tail and want to hype it up and make it seem as good and not just punchy monkey punch as possible. So they're like, yo, strategy.
If you watch Fate
They are
start,
wrong. They're very wrong.
If you watch Fate start with the Magical Girl show or the cooking show, I honestly
that sounds
believe
very weird.
I honestly believe that was actually meant to be that way. I do not believe for a second you're incorrect in it's a kicking show or whatever.
Ease you into it, get the characters and everything. Coming up near the end, y'all. We've been going for too long.
Any movies y'all looking forward to? Quiet Place 2?
Yeah, I'm getting my second vaccine tomorrow, so I'm gonna hit that 2 weeks. And then after that 2 weeks, I'm going to the Quiet Place 2. And I'm also probably going to see Spiral. But it will more than likely be out of theaters because I hear that people are not rocking with Spiral.
Bruh, I hear big bad.
But it's been so long since I saw some trash in the movie theaters. Even before the
pandemic.
The pandemic. The last trash that we saw in the theaters was The Last Jedi.
I'm sorry, The
Cross
Last Trash.
Cats.
Oh wait, it was us because that.
It wasn't The Last Jedi. It was The Rise of Skywalker.
You know what? I saw Fantasy Island after that though, I believe, and that was big poopy. We're in January. That's February. I'm trying to see what's coming out. Black Widow, of course, all the Marvel stuff. You always get interested in that. Yeah, it doesn't look like there's too much to look for. You know, I want to go to the movies, boy. And I have
your shots.
But this is what I'm saying. I haven't been to the movies, and because I wasn't able to go to the movies, I stopped looking for movies. Mm-hmm. So yeah, and the second that happened, it's just like I need to watch Metro versus the Machines. I hear so much good about it.
Yeah, them fools are constantly rocking about that.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's much. Army of the Dead was not very good. I would teeter on very bad.
Is that the Batista Zack Snyder movie?
Yes. I was big.
Red Letter Media did a video on that.
Oh, it was great.
And I was just like, I'll just watch this.
Cruella looks interesting, but I also kind of don't care. Mm-hmm. Peter Rabbit 2. I loved Peter Rabbit 1. I don't care what anybody says. You could not pay me to watch a
Ghibli movie?
Fast and the Furious movie. You could not pay me to watch it.
I have seen with an ex. She loved those movies.
Oh no!
And I'm just like, so this is where we're going, huh? Off a cliff.
There's another Purge.
Oh, what are you doing with that knife?
Oh, it was that one. Oh my god! When she was like, "Yo, let's rock Fast and the Furious," you should have been like, "Whoa, this is a red flag." And then 3 weeks later, hey. Oh yeah, they're doing Fear Street, the R.L. Stein books.
Oh word?
Yeah, they're doing a 3-part for Netflix.
Okay, that sounds interesting.
Yeah. I love me some Fear Street. Space Jam, that's gonna be trash. I'm definitely watching it.
Yeah, it's gonna be big trash.
Oh,
I'm gonna watch that at my leisure.
They have a new escape room coming out.
Oh word? That's interesting. I like the first escape room.
Bro, I don't know if you actually saw it.
I did.
Okay,
no, I did.
Yeah, it was really good. Yeah, I didn't know they had a new one. It's coming out in July. So I'm definitely looking forward to Escape Room now. I do not know what they're doing with the Purge. They had an anthology series with the TV show. I don't care anymore. What do you think of the Guilty Gear story mode? It's weird, but it's also interesting.
Very complex. You need to get a starting point.
What anime series do you think need a new game or like JoJo? As far as fighting games, One Piece, JoJo, Sailor Moon, in that order. As far as like a regular hey, I want to go beat up people like an action adventure game. I
think Bleach would do very well with the Musou game.
Yes, I totally agree with that.
It's got a lot of unique powers. You got your swords.
You can have your little dumb who gives it hollows attacking people.
Yeah, I think it would do very well with the Musou game.
What do you think of Grand Blue Fantasy Versus? Loved it. I'm a fighting game player, and I really love that game.
I saw some gameplay, and it looks fun. I saw my favorite characters, the 3 dudes.
People didn't like Yasuke because it added all the supernatural elements and just became super generic. They don't really explain all the supernatural elements.
Oh, that sounds poop. Oh, what are y'all doing? Word, yo.
That's
Why would they do that? Why not just? You know what? Because they gotta hook those people.
Those people. You people.
They're like, people are not gonna want just like this slow historical drama about a black samurai. So hey, guess what? He swings his sword and a dragon comes out. Are you clapping?
No.
Oh, the opposite happened?
How could this be?
Who could have foreseen this?
Toriko was denied his throne as the next great king. I think Toriko was pushed way too hard, and because of that, it put people off. Because I know I was definitely put off with it.
Yeah, definitely. Once you get it's the next big. But yeah,
it was the next big thing. It got a crossover with Dragon Ball and One Piece.
And like its first couple years.
Yeah, so I was just like, ugh.
My one memory of Toriko is I was at a panel with Ian Sinclair, the main character, the dub voice of Toriko. And this was a couple years after Toriko ended. And somebody in the audience asked, why did Toriko end? And he goes, everybody who watched Toriko, put your hands up. And a lot of people put their hands up. And he goes, everybody that bought Toriko, put your hands up. And a lot of people put their hands down. He goes, that's why.
Yeah, I told that story recently. I didn't remember what it was about, though. Thoughts on Invincible. I have read the comic years ago, the graphic novels, years ago. So I can't speak too much on it because I don't know where the season ends. I don't know what they changed up. So I don't want to speak too much.
They changed a lot.
Yeah, I don't want to speak too much on what happened because they might add something where it wasn't supposed to be or remove something, and I don't want to spoil people.
I read up until where they because I'm gonna read all of it because I'm like, I really like this story. I read up until the end of the first season just for the comparison's sake, and they changed a whole lot. Tightened up some stuff, expanded some stuff, switched some stuff around. Stuff like that. But yeah, I really like it. I loved the show, the first little volume up of until where the end of the season happens. It was good. I said this on our podcast, but like an episode and a half could just be sort of cut. An episode and a half worth of content because you don't need all the stuff with the girlfriend. Just sort of trim that down a little bit.
Yeah, I heard a lot of people hated that stuff. Do you know about Grandia games? Yes, I love the Grandia games. The Grandia games have one of my favorite combat systems. Have you ever heard of them?
No, I haven't.
Okay. So it's turn-based. But there's a little meter where you do your action thing. So if you hit your action thing, you can start running up to your opponent. But if you hit cancel, if their stuff is coming down and they hit it, it'll cancel their move out. Now, while you're moving, they're moving. So while you're moving, they might move away from you. You slash, and you'll miss them. Yeah, it's super interesting.
That reminds me of that music JRPG. What was that called? Oh my goodness! It was a bunch of like historical musicians that was sort of
Eternal Sonata.
Eternal Sonata. Man, that game was great. That on PS4, was that just Xbox?
It was just 360.
Dang it! Cause that was a really good one.
Yeah, I'm just gonna.
Y'all kind of maybe play Eternal Sonata.
So this is what it looks like.
Okay. Oh, that's very unique.
I'm just showing him real quick what Grandia looks like. So everybody starts moving.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Dude,
I see it.
I f***ing love Grandia. I like Grandia 3 a lot, but it doesn't have subtitles, and I love reading. And
look at this nerd alarm.
And a lot of times when I'm playing
games,
I'll be listening to music or watching something or something else. So I wanna be able to know what's going on, and I can't read it. So, Naruto opening tier list. When
Naruto's got a lot of bangers.
A lot
in the first Naruto.
Even in Shippuden, it's got some bangers.
Shippuden got like 3.
I would bump it up to like 5, and don't ask me to name them.
Yeah.
I'll tell you this right now. Heroes Come Back F tier.
Chill out.
F tier.
We'll have to
Everything got my nose in and eye.
we'll have to change the format a little bit because we don't want to get copy struck again. And
I mean, we can have people wear headphones and listen to it real quick.
We can do whatever we do, but we'll have to figure out exactly. Plus, we got like 5 people that we need to get together, and there's timing issues, and people got lives and everything.
As far as the next episode of A List Exists, tier list type thing, we might be doing the Danganronpa Trials instead, because that's just one more person we need to get, and it'll be much easier to do. Have you watched any Kamen Rider shows? No, I'm Power Rangers, so Kamen Rider. Yeah, but I want to. I definitely will at some point.
Robotics note, I watched the anime and I really liked the anime. I just felt that there was something missing. There was like no real conflict for a very long time. And it was because it was sort of like it's a visual novel from the same people that did Steins Gate. So that was when I was in my Steins Gate. I'm a fever.
Anything Steins
Gate. And it was in the same universe, and it's got references to Steins Gate. So I was about that. Yeah, I liked it. They made a visual novel. I wasn't really like too interested in that, but yeah, I like Robotic Notes.
All right, we got like 13 minutes left before we peace out. Watch the Monster Hunter movie. I always meant to.
It was piss.
I always meant to, and I went. I had one opportunity, and it had come out in the theaters, but it was not on streaming yet. And I was like, why is this not on streaming? Nobody can go to the movies. And that was the last time I ever checked for Monster Hunter. Better than One Piece. Yeah, sure. I gotta say, Nezuko was horrible. Yeah, horrible.
She ranged from absolutely nothing to a pure Deus Ex Machina, and then once she started talking, she became nothing.
Gonna watch Sonic movie too. Yeah, I like Sonic movie. I like the first one.
Sonic movie was good, and if you got some Knuckles and some Tails in there, girl, go get one in that theater.
Still not the best video game movie to me though. Cowboy Purge. Cowboy Purge would be interesting. They're doing 3 for 3 movie one. That's a lot of stuff. Kosuke, I think you typed that wrong. Do you agree that Shadow of the Colossus is trash? It's not trash, but it's very boring for people. Mm-hmm. It's a lot of just running around looking for the big monsters, trying to take the big monsters down, and then you're done.
What do you think of the latest chapter of Black Clover? I'm like a month and a half behind on Black Clover.
Same. I read Black Clover in bursts now because I don't like the current arc.
I like the current arc.
I'm not a fan.
Oh, phew.
What do you think of SSS Gridman? Never heard of him. Oh, Fear Street. Yeah. You're doing 3 movies in different eras for Fear Street. Yeah, that's what you were saying. Yeah. I am looking forward to it because back when I was a kid, I loved the R.L. Stine Fear Streets because it was geared towards closer to young adults, and I loved Christopher Pike books.
We need to talk to Christopher Pike about doing something. He needs to get his name back out there. Because there was talks about doing the vampire movie for the longest time. I'm like, rock it! Let's get some Pike in people's lives.
And it's funny because Thirst is like the latest books of it, and it got super popular.
Yeah.
So give me vampire. Give me something.
Let's go,
dude. I love Christopher Pike.
Is he still alive? I hope he's still alive.
Last I checked, he was. I was checking for audiobooks. Because, I got a lot of credits on Audible, and I have that other one.
Go to audible.com/AXL. Don't type that in. You might get some
support or something.
Yeah, don't support other people.
While you're doing that. Robotic Note Dash. Yeah, never heard of it. This for this.
66. Wow, he's still rocking it. Mm-hmm. Okay, then he's still alive. Hope you don't have the COVID.
Bruh, give me A Whisper of Death is one of my favorite books, even though it's anti-abortion stuff. I love Whisper of Death just for the story. My God. Have you guys seen Fire Force?
They're still writing.
There you go. I found the plot uninteresting, but I do like the very following ability. Fire Force is trash. It is trash. The characters, for the most part, range from trash to pretty good, except Arthur, who is balls to the walls amazing. The fights can be pretty fun. The anime is definitely fun. But reading the manga, trash.
Hey, who disliked without saying why they disliked? We don't do that here. Alright? If there's something wrong, we here. You talk to us. They probably peaced out already.
Always.
Have
Have you played Shenmue? Always meant to. I have Shenmue 1, 2, and 3. I just need to click the button.
Anime will never die. It needs to, at least some of them. Or it needs to get better. And people need to expect more. Because if you don't expect more, if you don't want more, if you don't ask for more, you're never going to get it.
Would you?
People sit here and they drink up Dragon Ball. When they should go, wow, that's trash.
Would you like a Persona 5
This
arena
bastard did. Did you read the latest chapter?
of what? Dragon Ball?
Yeah.
Did I? Because I remember it came out. No, I didn't. I didn't read that or Boruto.
This bastard.
No, go ahead. I don't care.
This bastard did Super Saiyan God, and then he just goes Alter Instinct in with Super Saiyan God. I'm like, okay, so we're just doing whatever now.
Yeah, because we already said you're thinking of it like a transformation when it's more of a state of being.
It's terrible.
You so mad. Would you like a Persona 5 arena? I would pay top dollar.
Ridiculous.
Top
But
dollar.
if it's anything like Scramble, don't pull back on the Yusuke. Because he's far and away the best character.
So you want them to worsen him?
Yes.
So everybody else looks a little
Yes.
better? That's the Batman syndrome.
Yes.
Fire Force garbage to the max, yes. Tamaki is big trash. Alright, we're out of here then.
As always, stop coming to these.
And we will stop doing them.
And My Hero, and then Demon Slayer, and then
Hunter. And
Are you gonna release all of them in a week? Because that's 5 episodes. That's kind of
I'm gonna do
a lot for a week.
I'm probably gonna do what's today? Thursday?
Yes.
Yeah. I'm probably gonna do one Saturday, one Monday. And it probably
Plus, you also have the One Piece thing to upload. As
still
well.
got that, still got the there's a lot of content, dude. There's so much content.
We're gonna record that, and it's gonna be staggered a little bit. So, no.
I'm putting that out immediate.
Alright.
Like,
So if we say it's episode 45,
yeah, it would be 40. We just did 43, so 44.
okay, yeah. If we say it's episode 44, and then the next episode is 43, don't be surprised.
Yes,
because that's maybe what it has to be. Because he needs to re-upload the One Piece thing, and we don't want to overload the
I mean, I'm sure they don't mind if I do one a day, but
it is a lot.
It's a lot. But you can just skip it if you don't care.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see. We'll see what we're gonna do.
Yep. See you later means Spice. More content? No, less content.
Stop.